Hello everybody and welcome back to the Quasi Guru Twitch channel. So yesterday we did a flight from Montreal down to Indianapolis. Had some issues at the end there with the CRJ. It was having some rough issues here and there. Seems like we're having issues with climbing. We were having issues at the end with frames per second. Got a little bit frustrated, but you know, we're back today. We're back in my favorite business jet, the CJ4 working title mod. Officially, folks, this is now version 12.0. Also, I just want to throw this out here really quick as well. The airplane itself now is absolutely gorgeous. I haven't flown on version 12.0 yet for working title mod, but we're going to see how this turns out. I do have new audio today. I don't know if you can tell yet or not, but I do have new audio. So about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I set up this thing a friend suggests me do. It's a Amazon wish list that you can view below the stream. But I set up this wish list for the stream for things that could be ordered for the stream that, you know, I might be wanting to have. And a friend, looks like friend of the channel, ordered me a Razer Siren Mini. So my audio, I think, is probably the most crisp it has ever been. I am running my Discord audio a little bit different. So my Discord audio still, for now, is running through my headset microphone. I have them purposefully separated for a reason right now, folks, but you'll probably understand that a little bit later as I start to work through getting everything going. Currently, I need to get a mic arm before I go ahead and set the audio up really the way I want to, so I won't even have to wear headphones anymore, which is what I'm ultimately hoping for. I got my fingers crossed. May only have to wear the headphones when I'm doing bats, and then which will be kind of nice. It'll be kind of nice to just have just one set of audio running through the headphones, and that's it. But welcome back, James Martin SM. So I am not necessarily doing that sim today. I can if you would like. However, the only problem is we're going to be flying into LaGuardia. We're going to be doing the visual approach off of Interstate 95 over in New York. So we'll see how that goes. And Noodles, I'm working on that still. I haven't had a chance on my computer to do it yet because I just literally got here to stream. So I'll take care of it when I can get to it, or I'll just refly the flight. One of the two. No big deal though. Either way, folks, welcome to the Quasi Guru channel. I hope the audio sounds a lot more crisp and clean and fresh, like the bacon that I want crispy on my chicken sandwich. All right, folks, hope you're having a great day. James Martin SM, welcome. Tangled Rider 97, hello. Noodles 861, glad to have you guys join us today. And if you would like to, folks, we're over at KDTW, that's Detroit Metro Wayne County Airport in Detroit, Michigan, and we're going to be flying all the way over to LaGuardia, New York. I was trying to work on a title for the stream, and I kind of like this one the best. I live my life a quarter mile at a time. The rest is spent on autopilot. It's almost true, kind of. Just maybe a little bit, right? Anyway, folks, glad to have you guys joining in here. Winds 340, so it'd be 31. Yeah, I understand that, but James Martin, I'm landing 9.5, so I'm gonna make the visual approach in regardless of whichever runway it's going to be. I don't care how I get tossed around. I will land the airplane. I am very confident in that, especially my CJ folks. But if you guys like join in, once again, KDTW going to KLGA. Gonna make this flight over to LaGuardia today, and our alternate will be Boston. Folks, if you would like to join along, once again, USA West, all players. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the route into the chat so you can go ahead and join us as well. I'm Hearsay actually initially suggested this route, so hopefully I'm Hearsay will come join us today. If not, hopefully he'll come and watch with us. But here we go, folks. We're in my favorite airplane, the Cessna Citation CJ4 working title mod, officially now version 12.0 as of yesterday. Supposedly they've done custom autopilot and a couple other features, so I'm really excited about it. We're gonna see how this turns out, and hopefully everyone is having a wonderful day. Welcome back, MSFS. Glad to have you joining back into the Quasi Guru Twitch channel. I hope everything's going well for you, my friend, and come join along, come fly with us. We're over at KDTW, USA Players All West. USA Players All West. USA West All Players, and just head on over to Detroit Metro Wayne County KDTW. We're gonna be flying to KLGA. I'll go ahead and drop it in here really quick as well, exclamation mark route in the chat, and that way, yep, exactly, DTW to LGA, that's right. And I'm dropping in the route right in there, so you guys can go ahead and join in with me. But like I said, USA West all players. Kinmesto, how are you doing, my friend? Glad to have you join back in. Hopefully the audio sounds good to you as well. I was about to go to San Diego, but I'll come over there. Okay, yeah, you come on over here. We'll join you in for San Diego here after the stream, I think. Welcome back, Complete Freedom. Hope you're having a wonderful day yourself. I hope the audio sounds good today. I had a viewer gift me something, and I didn't realize it was even coming even. So I set up something on my Twitch account, I think about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, for a wish list through Amazon, and I wanted a Razer Siren Mini, and it shows up. There we go. That's right, Kinesto. SO for Complete Freedom. That's right. But anyway, a friend, it looks like, of the channel had sent me a brand new microphone from Amazon, so hopefully the audio sounds nice, clean and crispy. Right now though, I am routing my Discord audio through my headset, so it may look like I'm talking through the headset right now on the stream, but I guarantee you what you're hearing on the stream is not the same audio by any means, and I'm hoping you guys can hear the difference, hoping you can hear the crisp texture to my voice, and I hope it sounds good, because that's really what I want you guys to really want to make sure of, is that you guys enjoy the sound, enjoy the quality of the stream. That way you guys are not getting bored with it anytime soon. But folks, let's get this thing going. Let's get this thing started up. We're gonna go to the battery master to on. Got the battery master on. That looks really good. We're gonna go down to dispatch mode. All right, gonna hit that master caution reset. Wants to let me acknowledge it. Come on, airplane, let's go. There we go. Okay, master caution reset is now acknowledged. Emergency light switch, we're gonna go ahead and put that in the on position. Yep, on position, and then we're going to put the standby flights display in the on position. So everything, it looks like so far, is working. That's amazing. Let's also then head over to, I have a meeting to go to in a few minutes. Just want to stop by and say hello. I'll be back. Okay, excellent, Complete Freedom. Totally understand. Grateful to have you at least join in. I know you're busy. I know people are busy, especially this time of day, so can't wait till you're able to join back in. We'll see you here shortly, friend, okay? All right, Kinmesto, let's go ahead and let's get this party a rockin', right? So let's go to position INET. Yep. It'll be the USA West server there, MSFS. Head on over to USA West, KDTW. I have all players enabled, and we're going to get this bird here going. So let's go to position INET. All right, we're on position INET. We're going to go to the next page. We're going to grab GNSS 1 position. We're going to go previous. We're going to go ahead and set position here. Maybe. If I would have put it in my scratch pad, that probably would help, right? Key not active. Hold on a minute here. Doesn't look like it wants to take it from the scratch pad. We'll just do this. I'm going to punch it in from the GNSS down here. That all looks good. Okay, excellent, folks. Let's get this thing going. Let's have some fun. Let's enjoy this flight, and I hope everyone's having a great, wonderful, absolutely scrumdiddlyumptious day. Folks, today the flight level on the sim brief is 410. We're not going to fly up that high, though, not for an hour and 12 minutes. I think we're probably going to go up to flight level 350. Let's hit flight level 350 today, and from there we will head on over to LaGuardia. And like I said, I hope I'm Hearsay comes here, because I know I'm Hearsay was really wanting to do this flight, folks. We are officially back in November 7-3 Hotel Papa. Ignored the nameplate, forgot to change it before I jump back into the sim, but let's get this thing going. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do Kilo Delta Tango Whiskey for the airport origin. We're going to go to Kilo Lima Golf Alpha for the destination. And right here, we can go ahead and fill in some other things if we'd like to. So we're going to do our origin runway here. Origin runway today will be runway 22 left. So let's do 22 left in here. I know, guys, I might be doing things a little bit different. There might be a reason behind that, though. I'll tell you what. Let's see here. So it does not want to take it on this side, but that's okay, though. We'll go ahead and just do this the normal way I'd program it. We're going to do the departure arrival. We're going to go down to 22 left, select that, and we are going to do this via the Pavel 2 departure. So let's do the Pavel 2 here, and after that we are going to select something here. Maybe let's see here, ECB transition. That looks good to me. Just waiting for everything to load up. I'm kind of curious how the CJ is going to react today. There's a lot of changes that have been made to it. They actually recently just added custom autopilot, so just kind of like they did with the Airbus just recently, they're doing a whole bunch of new things with it. I'm excited to see the changes and see how this thing's turned out, because that's probably one of the most exciting things to me. I love to see what they've got up their sleeves, what they're going to do next to make our experience better here. Once again, folks, like I said, this is probably my favorite bird in the simulator, you know, maybe aside from the CRJ. I am a big fan of that CRJ. It's a lot of fun to fly. Dave Rendon, welcome back, my friend. Glad to have you joining in. I'm here to say, of course, you know what? You made the suggestion. You're a great friend of this channel. I'm going to take that suggestion. We're just going to do it. We're going to fly with it. We're going to have some fun. Never made this approach before, so you may have to give me some pointers here or there, okay? But if you want to, I'm here to say, feel free to join in. USA West, all players, KDTW, and we're going to KLGA. Today's flight time is going to be about an hour and I'm going to say probably about 15 minutes or so. Yeah, that's right. Come on now. That's right. Dave Rendon's now hosting my stream with one viewer. Thank you so much, Dave Rendon. Totally appreciate that. We love to have you by here. You know what? I'm here to say we'll get you up in the air. We'll get you flying. That's all that matters, right? We're going to have some fun today. That's what we're here for. We're here to have fun as a group, because that is what this whole community is about, is just enjoying time with each other. And let's just do it, right? Let's do it. All right, let's see here. We're going to do, maybe if I can figure it out. Okay, so we're going to do the MIP4 arrival via ETG transition. And we are going to do, which runway, I'm here to say, is it coming in off of I-95? Do you know offhand? Because I'm going to change this runway over to make sure we got the right runway coming in off of I-95. I don't care what the weather is. We're going to put the airplane down, regardless of how the weather treats us, coming down on that landing on the right side of that runway for I-95, because you requested it, so therefore, we're going to do it. All right, folks, hopefully everyone's having a fun day. Hopefully everyone is staying safe and everything is going well. Let's get this airplane ready to go. All right, let's go ahead. I'm just going to give us full fuel here. Let's see here. We are officially 608 pounds overweight. No big deal. Who cares, right? We don't need to worry about being overweight. We're okay here. All right, folks, we are in a simulator. Let's go ahead and we're going to do flight level 330 today for the climb out of here. Getting that set right now. And actually, I'll tell you what, I did kind of miss my CJ4. It's so much easier to set certain features in the CJ, and actually, no, I said 350, didn't I? Yeah, we're going to 350. All right, we're going to go set this for 350 for the flight level, and let's go ahead and let's review weather in the area, right? So let's see what we're looking at here. KDTW. All right, it looks like we've got winds 140 at 07, few clouds at 5,000 feet, it's broken at 9,000, and we've got temperature at 14 degrees, altimeters at 30000. All right, and we are all good to go. This looks good to me. Let's go ahead and get everything else configured here. We're going to jump down here to our config. We are going to change over from HPA over to inches again, because that's just the way we like to do it here in the US, I guess, right? Only country that utilizes it, right? We're the only country that has interesting standards that just make absolutely no sense. But you know what? We're not going to worry about that right now. I just need to get this changed here. There we go. Over to inches. Change this feature back over. I'm telling you, it's really difficult at times to actually get this PFD to actually work with you. So, but yeah, I hope everything's going good. Canesto, I'm hoping the new microphone sounds fantabulous. I've been doing a little bit more work with it, so I'm not 100% sure if it's where it needs to be just yet. However, I will say this, the microphone right now is only about maybe 9 inches away from my face, so it's actually turning out pretty well so far with the audio. I've had to do quite a few little filter adjustments. I've added compression. I've also added noise suppression as well. So oh, it sounds like I'm using the headset mic. Really? Let's see here really quick. Let me just make sure I am not routing that audio through. I am not. So there are a couple things I can try here really quick. I could wipe out noise suppression, but I don't want to do that just yet. Let's see here really quick. Let's see what happens if I wipe out noise suppression really quick. Oh boy, now the microphone's picking up everything in my room. Is that more quality then? So no, I am 100% sure, Noodles. Yeah, it's just the Discord. That's right. It's just the Discord, Canesto. It's not the stream. So the stream is completely different. The only thing that I'm routing my audio through right now is the, let's see here. I'm gonna actually change my filter back over here so that way it doesn't sound like I'm picking up the entire bedroom. Let's see here really quick. Let's add my noise filter back, my noise suppression back in. Make sure this sounds good. Our noise, there we go. All right, there we go. I'm back to normal here. But yeah, once again, the stream audio should be brand new to you. Does the stream audio sound better than the Discord? Because the Discord is still through my headset for now. That's intentional for now, at least, until I can get a microphone arm. Once I get a microphone arm, I'm going to change it up a little bit, because at that point then I can go ahead and I can lower down the gain, and I can go ahead and use the proximity effect on the microphone just like anybody else would use in a studio to get some really good butter out of it and some crisp bacon out of it, right? So, all right, Complete Freedom sounds good. We'll see you here soon, you know, saying hello to Dave Rendon. But folks, let's go ahead and let's get this route configured the rest of the way here. I'm Hearsay. Let's see here really quick. Let's take a look at LaGuardia next to I-95. I want to see which runway we're supposed to be landing on today. So like I said, folks, I have never flown this approach before, but today we are going to do it because I'm Hearsay made a suggestion, and I'm Hearsay is a great friend of this channel, and I figure, you know what, let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens, right? Let's have some fun here with this and just enjoy the flight as we come in from I-95. All right, so it looks like right here, I'm showing a picture of I-95 here. Guessing, yeah, I think, okay, so I-95 literally runs right next to LaGuardia, right? Because if it does, I could probably just follow 95 a little bit southeast and then just land that runway, or we can circle around on the water and land there too. But it looks like it's going to be runway, let's see here really quick, I just had this up. So it's runway 22 on the one side, so it'll be 04 on the other side, I believe. So let's go ahead and we're going to do the, let's do the ILS 04, even though we're not going to actually fly the ILS. I'm going to go ahead and execute that really quick. This will bring us in on the I-95 approach for LaGuardia, and it's going to be a whole bunch of fun here. Let's have a good flight, folks. Hey, 14 AD. So one of my friends, it appears like, I don't know who it is, but one of my friends here made a comment to me a few weeks ago about possibly creating an Amazon list, right? And so I created this Amazon wish list, added it to my Twitch for, you know, things that I could maybe use for the stream, and someone gifted me a Razer Siren Mini, and it just showed up at my doorstep this morning saying from your fans, and wasn't expecting it, did not get a tracking number, did not get a notification, had no clue it was showing up, but I am officially running on a new microphone today. I hope it sounds nice and crispy for everybody, and I hope you guys are having a great day. 14AD, if you'd like to, feel free to come join in with the Quasi-Guru Twitch channel. We're over at KDTW. This is Meritus Airport, but we're not flying on that Sunday. We're flying USA West, all players over to LaGuardia. We're going to do the I-95 approach, probably for ILS runway 04, but we're going to actually go and fly the visual instead via 95. So yeah, absolutely. So I'm Hearsay. Which chart were you utilizing for that? Because I'm pulling up Navigraph right now, and let's see here really quick. Although it looks like you actually fly southeast of the airport and then up northeast, so I'm good with whatever way we decide to land. I'm excited about it, to be honest. Oh, you found one on Sky Vector? Okay, no problem. Well, you know, I'm here to say if you want to, go ahead and link that in here really quick because, you know, it's harder for me to share the Navigraph charts. But if you'd like to share that in here really quick, and that way we know which runway we're going to plan on landing at. But let's get this airplane going, right? Let's do it. Come on. All right, that's right. Just got home from camping, so I got some unpacking. Hopefully I can catch up in a bit. All right, 14. Well, I hope you had a good time camping. I like camping too myself. It's a lot of fun. I've always enjoyed it. So glad you maybe hopefully had fun. Did not get bitten by any ticks, right? As long as you had a good time, didn't get bitten by a snake, a tick, a bear, eaten by a raccoon, or a possum. I think you're doing okay, right? I think you're doing okay. All right, folks, let's get this party started. All right, let's go ahead. Right spinny fan is going to go ahead and come up right now. And here we go. There goes the right spinny fan, folks. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to wait for 20% on the N2, and we're going to apply fuel and power to the engine, and that way we will get this thing rolling. Here we go. Right engine's coming up. All right, I'm going to go ahead and set my flaps right now since I have hydraulic pressure establishing. All right, here comes up spinny fan number 2, the right engine. And I'm waiting for this to temp out here, and then we're going to go ahead and start up the left engine. Let's go ahead and also turn on our nav lights. Our bacon light can stay off right now. The sound is crispy, but the light doesn't have to be just yet. So, all right, folks, here we go. Let's get this going here. All right, it looks like engine number 2 is a successful start. We temped out at about 670 degrees Celsius. Let's go ahead and start up the number 1 spinny fan on the left. Here we go. Here comes the number 1 spinny fan, everybody. The number 1 spinny fan. My number 1 spinny fan. All right, here we go, folks. Whoa, Mr. Pilot 222 just hosted my stream with one viewer. Folks, let me tell you a secret really quick. So, Mr. Pilot 222, I was up to about, I don't know, 4:30, 4:45. I probably told him I'm going to bed 8 or 9 or 15 times on a stream. Who knows how many times it really was. But at the end of the day, though, I told him I was going to bed a whole bunch of times, and I think he believed me. No, he probably didn't actually believe me. But needless to say, though, I'm telling him that I'm planning on going to bed. I keep planning on going to bed. Well, eventually what happens is before the stream, he ends up sending out a message on his Discord, and he's like, guys, I don't think I'm going to be able to stream tonight. My simulator's not working. I think I'm going to have to reinstall my simulator. Quasi, I think I'm going to have to reinstall my simulator. Like, no, don't reinstall your simulator. You're making a mistake. Don't do it. I'll help you. We'll figure it out. Guys, long story short, Mr. Pilot tried to rename a RAR file to a zip file to convert a RAR file to a zip file for a total of 3 liveries from 1 pack for the CRJ. It's okay, though. It's okay. We'll forgive Mr. Pilot this time, just this time. Yeah, you know, I did catch that James Martin before I left, so I did catch that crash into the bay. It was pretty impressive, honestly. But you know what, though? I honestly think it was probably the little guy's fault that was in front of you, right? Slowing you down. No, and you know, Mr. Pilot, I get that it seemed legit, but actually, in all honesty, guys, so he went to this website to try to convert a RAR file to a zip file, and it said it could do it. So you know what? Obviously, you go to a unknown website, you trust the website to do it for you, and I'm thinking in the back of my mind, that's a really good way to get a virus, right? A virus with your livery, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, the CRJ to me is already a virus enough, as many times as I've had problems with it, but in all seriousness, guys, Mr. Pilot and I flew last night from Coffs Harbour in Australia over to Sydney, Australia, and it was absolutely beautiful. It was fun. We had a whole bunch of fun together, and he taught me something about the CRJ. You know what he taught me? You're not going to believe this, guys. The CRJ has working VNAV. Yeah, working VNAV. It's not just VNAV advisory. There's actually a VNAV button inside of the aircraft, and as long as you set up VNAV correctly, the airplane flies like my beautiful tried and trusted CJ4 that always just apparently seems to work all the time. But I digress, folks. I digress. I'm not mad. I'm not upset. I'm just glad now that I've got VNav inside of my CRJ, the beautiful, true, tried, and trusted CRJ, folks. But let's get this party started, right? Okay, let's do this. Okay, here we go, folks. We're gonna get this party started here. We're gonna get this flight rolling. We're gonna have some fun right now. We're not gonna do this Limp Bizkit style. We're gonna do this Quasi Guru style, right? All the way over to LaGuardia. That's right. Well, yeah, so, you know, Mr. Pilot learned about 7-zip last night, I know. Most of us already knew about it, but Mr. Pilot, he's still learning. It's okay, though. You know what? I'll give him this, okay? He put his landing down at 49 feet per minute yesterday in Sydney. You guys want to know what I did? 41 feet per minute in Sydney. It was a very smooth touchdown. I spread so much better on the runway that he couldn't even get it to come down as gently. That's right. But you know what, folks? Let's get this thing going here. Let's get over to LaGuardia. I hope you guys are joining in along here. Hope it's not... Oh, yep, we definitely have somebody joining along. It looks like we got Canesto, I think, parked right next to the Guru here in the Delta CRJ. We're about to get going, folks. Well, I'll give you a secret to VNav, Canesto, but there's a lot to it. It involves a proper workflow. And I don't mean a proper workflow of the sheet that you've got. It involves a proper workflow. It involves the 6-page workflow that comes directly from Aerosoft. It involves doing everything right. And you guys will learn about it on my next stream. I'll show it to you on the next stream, probably that, or we'll go ahead and show it to you after this stream's up and over in the Quasi Guru Discord. How about that? Let's go ahead and give that a shot. But folks, once again, welcome back to the Quasi Guru Twitch channel, where we fly airplanes. We try to fly them the best we can, and we scream and jump up and down loud and proud when we can say we did it, right? So here we go, folks. We are about ready to start the pushback here. Got pushback helper going. You know, Canesto, I think you got your wheel chock still engaged or your brakes on, because that is the slowest tug speed I've ever seen in my life. Oh, never mind. Oh, yep. I think I was right. That or he just sped up the tug. I'm not exactly sure what he did, but that was a pretty fast... Whoa! H2 Olympian, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you join in. Hope you're having a wonderful day yourself, and we're working on getting the heck... Canesto, you're in the grass, my friend. He probably knows. It's Canesto, everybody. Yeah, you know, you probably just sunk that CRJ into the ground. If I was Delta Airlines, I'll tell you what would happen. I wouldn't have you employed anymore. You would have just had me... Well, actually, no, what? I'll tell you what. No, never mind. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna keep you employed because I'm gonna pull you out of that ditch with my CJ4. Okay? I'm gonna pull you out my ditch with that CJ4 because that CJ4 is on fire, my friends. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and get ready here to push back to the right. We're about to get out of Detroit before it becomes tonight, right? There we go. That's right. That's right. See, I'm trying my best tonight to rap. I'm trying to give you guys a show because you know what? That's what you all come here for, right? You come here for the show, you come here for the laughs, you come here for the flights, you come here for the fun, and folks, you definitely came here today for the crispy audio that is the Razor Siren Mini. Absolutely wonderful audio. It sounds amazing. All right, 14AD sounds good. We'll see you here soon while you get everything else going. Let's make sure we got our bacon light turned on completely. We're also going to go ahead and turn on our taxi lights, our logo lights, our belt light, our safety light. We are going to let the cabin know it is time to depart. Okay, folks, in the cabin of November 73 Hotel Papa, I just want to let you guys know the flight today will be to LaGuardia. We're looking at about a flight time about an hour and 5 minutes, at which point I just want to thank you all for flying on Quasi Guru Air inside the private CJ4 for only the most up-class, upscale people in the Twitch universe, right? So let's go ahead, let's get this thing going here. We are going to be climbing up today to flight level 350, and we are going to be departing via runway, I think 22 left, is it? Can't remember. Let's go and take one more look here, just make sure we got it in. Yes, we got 22 left for the departure, and we're going to be arriving probably today on either runway 04 in LaGuardia, or we are going to be going for a slightly different approach. But either way, though, folks, we're going to be flying I-95N for the approach into LaGuardia. Absolutely beautiful approach. I'm Hearsay made the suggestion. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a go. Let's see how it goes. Let's have a good flight, and I hope you are all ready to have a good time, because folks, I'll tell you what, I normally say I'm not ready. No, today I am ready for this flight. I'll tell you what. All right, let's go ahead and let's pull up our airport taxi chart here, and let's make sure that we are showing up here on the map somewhere. Okay, so we're going to be taking off via runway 22 left. So we are going to taxi today from Quebec over to Romeo to Yankee, and we're going to take Yankee all the way over to 22 left. It's going to be a fairly long taxi. Let me go ahead and show you what the Navigraph looks like right now, folks. So we're sitting over here by the South Terminal. We're going to go ahead and taxi from Quebec at 9 here over to Romeo. Take Romeo directly to Yankee. We're going to take Yankee all the way up to 22 left, and then we're going to make that departure over towards LaGuardia. Once again, folks, thank you for joining in with Quasi-Guru Air as we make this departure here to get going, and I'm excited again, folks. I really am, because I have been missing flying with you guys, and I've been missing the Monday fly along ever since I was out because of what all's gone on in my life. But you know what, though? We're just going to make this work. We're going to have some fun here. Let's do it. All right, here we go. We got I'm Hearsay already here. We got Canesto. We got I'm Hearsay. Who else do we got? Is that the two that we got right now? That's okay, folks. That's okay. We can start out with two. Maybe we can get some more coming into the flight, but either way, though, folks, I'm just glad that you're joining in with me today as we make this departure out. Let's go ahead and get our taxi going here. We're going to go ahead and disconnect our tug here, get our tug puller away from the aircraft here, and let's go ahead. We're going to release the parking brake, and let's get around this guy. We need to get the heck out of here, folks. You know what? They don't call it Debt Riot for nothing, right? It is not a, it is a little bit, you know, it's a little bit of a debt riot city. I actually said it to Meritus once during one of her streams. Now, Meritus, she streams ATC over in Detroit here at KDTW. So I've flown out of here a few times with her on stream, you know, just having fun, you know, spending time with her on her stream as a pilot instead. And it's always kind of fun, you know. I really enjoy the other aspect of VATSIM besides just flying with my friends, right? I like flying with other controllers too, you know, that are streamers here on Twitch, because it just adds to the experience. I love the events. I love everything that there is about VATSIM. And you know, if it wasn't for that, folks, I probably would not do it. But you know what? I've learned something over this time of becoming a Twitch affiliate, working with you incredible people that I call my friends, we call our viewers. I'll tell you what, I'm just excited that I get to do this experience with all of you. If it wasn't for you guys, you know, it would be more difficult to manage a stream like this and hang out with everyone. So, like I said, guys, I'm just excited that I get to spend time with you guys. That's what matters to me, honestly. So, all right, so we are working on taxiing out here to runway 22 left, and hope you're all doing okay. Mr. Pilot 222, thank you for stopping by. H2 Olympian, grateful you get to stop by and see the stream today. And once again, we're going to have a fun approach. We're going to have a fun flight, and we're going to get the heck out of Dodge here, right? All right, here we go. We're just taxiing along here. And actually, you know what I noticed today? My taxi speed is at 7 knots. I'm almost thinking they might have fixed the idle thrust issue on the taxiways. Because before, I really legitimately, and I kid you not, if I would just barely bump up the throttles and start moving with the CJ4, it would start taxiing like it was ready to scream. I mean, I'm serious about that. Like, it was just, it was basically wanting to go full toga, right? I mean, we're moving like 28 knots on the ground. It was absolutely insane how fast this thing would taxi at. MSFS, it's going to be flight level 350 today. Transition altitude here in the United States, do remember, is flight level 180. So that's when we're going to be changing from our altimeters from 300 over to 29902. Speaking of which, I need to go ahead and tune in my altimeter here. So let's go ahead and get 300 tuned in on all my altimeters here. We're gonna go and do a real quick cross track. I see 300, 300, 300. That's all good. So we are ready for departure here. Folks, let's go ahead. Let's make it a fun day. We're gonna check to make sure my charts also on the CJ are working, because I just got everything reinstalled again. It looks like I might be working. Let's take a look. It says no chart available. Oh, yep, we are working. Okay, folks, so I'm going to close out the regular Navigraph window. And we are going to use the Navigraph charts here inside of the CJ4 instead, because you know what? We have them available to us, folks. It's right on the MFDs, so why not just use them, right? Let's use those. Let's make good use of them. But Canesto, though, is going to burn both. I'm here saying all the way over to LaGuardia, because he is in the CRJ today, folks. CRJ is a lot faster than my aeroplane, but you know what, though? That's totally okay. Canesto's learning, right? He's learning the CRJ, but he will be learning VNAV from us here soon. And so will 14AD. And you guys will be absolutely impressed with how well it does VNAV. I was insanely impressed by how comfortable and how smooth it was. But that, folks, I decided today I was going to fly the CJ4 for one main reason, because working Title Mod version 12.0 got released yesterday, and 12.0 introduced a few new things, right? It introduced a brand new autopilot system, which is detached from the simulator, so it's completely custom. And I think the reason why they attempted to do it this time now is because, in fact, they are now working directly with Aerosoft, so they may have a little bit more access to certain coding variables than any other developer does. And don't get me wrong, the A320 is very much the same way, the CRJ is very much the same way, right? There are a whole bunch of things that other plane developers are trying to separate themselves from Microsoft Flight Simulator to make these planes fly more realistic and just make them more enjoyable in general, right? But folks, I'm talking so much, I need to get a drink. I'm so sorry. We're cleared to the left, cleared to the right. We're gonna go and continue our taxi across this runway here. And I'm going to go ahead and make sure my strobe lights are on, landing light are on. I'm going to leave them on now since we're going to be taking off here soon. Thank you so much, Noodles861, for the hydrate redemption. I already got the cup in my hand. I'm definitely thirsty right now, so... Alright, here we go, folks. Let's get the heck out of here. I'm Hearsay is actually in my CJ4 today. I'm really impressed. I almost had an accident, guys, on the ground. I almost rear-ended Canesto. But it's okay, guys. I'm sniffing his APU right now. I'll tell you what the problem is. So, the second you get rudder pedals in the simulator and you're dancing at your seat, you start to play with the toe brakes, and I'll tell you what, that's probably the reason why I'm able to taxi slower today. I'm sure you guys can see my airplane bouncing. I promise it's not the ground. That's my feet on the rudder pedals. All right, let's go ahead and get the rest of our takeoff configuration complete here. We're going to go ahead and do wing engine anti-ice to on. We're also going to go ahead and do pitot-static heat to on, and we'll be ready for takeoff here. Probably going to be cleared for takeoff here shortly. Let's see how everything goes here, folks. And once again, thank you guys for joining in with Quasi-Guru today as we make our Monday Run What You Brung event wonderful and fantastic. It is not the longest flight in the world, folks, but you know what? We may do some things after the stream. Not sure what we're going to do just yet, but we're going to try it out. We're going to have some fun. I'm going to do some NASCAR moves right now behind Canesto as we come up here to the runway to take off. You know, gotta get those tires warmed up before we take off, right? Gotta get those tires warmed up, everybody. That's right. That's right. Gotta get those tires warmed up. Here we go. Yeah, I was debating on the title for the stream today. Polynesian pinball looks like a tail dragger on the taxiway. Where at? Where at? I don't see a tail dragger on the taxiway. Unless you're talking about me. All right, here we go, folks. We are about to take off here. Ganesso, do you want to line up with me? Because I know that thing will, oh yeah, exactly. The Polynesian Pinball, welcome to the Quasi-Guru Twitch channel. Glad to have you join in today. I hope you're having a good day, my friend. And don't forget, if you would like to be notified before we depart here in the future, don't forget to hit that follow button. And you know what? I'll tell you what, we'd appreciate to have you on board if you'd like to join in with us. We're doing USA West All Players Day on Flight Sim 2020. I am currently today in the CJ4 working title mod version 12.0 Skydiver OB137. Welcome to the stream and glad to have you on board today. I hope you're having a great day yourself and hopefully, you know, everything's going well for you, you know, so welcome to the stream. Oh, there we go. Skydiver OB137 is now following the channel. Thank you much, Skydiver. I hope you're having a great day. Let's have some fun, folks. Let's make this beautiful flight here from Detroit Metro. Whoa, look at that. That's amazing. Polynesian Pinball is now following too. Thank you so much, guys. I totally appreciate it. Love to have you guys on board. And you know what? That's the thing. You gotta have the energy. You gotta keep the hype up because you know what? If you want to have fun with your people, you want people to have fun with you, you gotta show them that you're there for them and that you're just having fun. And you know what? That's the point of it, right? Don't get me wrong. I've got some more serious streams that I do, you know, especially with that sim. But you know what, folks? My Monday flights are always for everybody, and it's just for everyone to join in, everyone to have fun, everyone just to enjoy each other's company. Yeah, we might go ahead and use charts still, right? But that doesn't necessarily mean that we always necessarily follow them, right? We are in a simulator. We know we can get away with doing certain things that we wouldn't or otherwise normally be able to do. But Kinesto, let's get these birds going, shall we? Toga power, let's roll, let's roll. Here we go, folks. Let's go ahead and make sure we drop in. Yeah, so I am, well, I'm somewhat active in the working title Discord. Yeah, you're kind of right about that. That's right. Here we go. We got Toga set. All right, folks, let's go ahead and make sure we also do our takeoff set here, too. Got to make sure we drop that in here. Got to make sure we're cleared for takeoff, right? Here we go. Here we go.
Takeoff, runway 30, winds 230 at 8.
Positive rate, folks. Positive rate. Gear up. Here we go. Positive rate. Gear up. Awesome. Well, I'm glad you found my stream too, Skydiver. And once again, I hope you're having an amazing day yourself. Also, folks, just remember something here. The power of positivity is what gets us through life, right? It's what allows us to continue to push on and continue to be happy with each other, folks. Remember that at the end of the day, no matter what happens in your life, right? Try to remain positive the best way you can. I know it's sometimes difficult. I know that at times, life is going to throw you challenges. It's going to throw you lemons. It's going to throw you things you don't want, right? But at the same time, though, as long as you try to remain positive, you try to work towards a common goal. You come join me on this Twitch channel. You come join other people on our Flight Sim Twitch channels, folks. I guarantee you, you will have a good time. You will enjoy it. That's what we're here for. We're having fun. You know what, Skydiver Rob, so I'm going to tell you right now, the Navigraph subscription is absolutely incredible for the CJ4. I actually got it because of the CJ4. I had to. I honestly had to, but let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and just show you a little bit of this here really quick. So we're going to use the lower menu here to select a different chart. Come on, let's go, baby. Let me go ahead and just grab the next chart here. The only problem is trying to select that chart just perfectly sometimes. Okay, so here's what we're doing right now here on this departure. We're going to be flying, it looks like, direct over to Jalu. Actually, I believe we're probably on a vector right now, potentially. Let me just make sure that we've got that wiped out. I-209, 117, 5.4, then we're going direct Jolu. So yes, we will be turning here soon, folks, for this departure chart. But we are climbing up through to flight level 350 on this flight. SimBrief suggested flight level 410, but guys, I don't listen to SimBrief all the time. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So SimBrief will lie to your face at times, especially when you need to fly a short flight. So I always suggest pay attention to your distance on your flights. If you don't pay attention to your distance on your flights, you may have an issue at the end of the day with getting to where you need to go in a good amount of time, because the problem is the more you climb, right, no matter what, the more you climb in this airplane, the slower your track is going to be to get you to your airport. So remember, you know what, don't always listen to SimBrief. SimBrief told me flight level 410 for this. We're going to go up to flight level 350. That way we can get our speed up a little bit and we can just continue our speed moving towards the airport and just get going. But here we go, folks. Ravi the Kami, hello. How are you doing? Happy Monday, my friend. We are flying from Detroit Metro Wayne Airport in Detroit, Michigan, or Detroit as I like to call it. I said it on my stream once and she actually loved it. She started laughing when I said it. But welcome to the stream. Glad to have you. We're flying over to LaGuardia. We're going to make the I-95 approach coming into LaGuardia. I'm here to say we got Canesto here in the stream with me, and we're just flying along. We're having some fun here. We're going to see how this turns out. But folks, just real quick, I'm going to go and throw this out really quick too. I recently joined a VA. It's called VIR Virtual. Did my first flight with them a few days ago, and my initial flight with them was, let's see here, I think I did Chicago O'Hare down to Indianapolis. Everything went well. If you guys are interested in joining a VA potentially, and using this VA as a means to maybe add to your flight sim experience even, I would strongly suggest, take a look at VIR Virtual. And if it's not VIR Virtual, folks, take a look at other virtual airlines too. It adds to your experience. If you're getting bored with flight sim and you want to do a little bit more, you want something a little bit more of a challenge, it's definitely worth looking into. But folks, this is my stream here. This is Quasi Guru's Twitch channel. We're flying on, I know it says November 367 Charlie Alpha, but we're not on Charlie Alpha today. We're really on 73 Hotel Pop. I just forgot to change the nameplate in Flight Sim 2020. But folks, I am generally November 73 Hotel Pop. I've got a story that actually went through that too as well. Anyway, needless to say, a long time ago when I first became an affiliate, and I say a long time ago, like it's really that long ago, but it was about a month and a half ago, folks, that I officially became an affiliate here on Twitch, and we're growing right now. I think currently we are probably at 135 followers after we just had Polynesian Pinball and Skydiver Obi follow the channel. So welcome, folks. Welcome to the channel. Glad to have you join in today. And I'm excited because, we're starting to grow. We're growing at a pretty good rate now. And I'm getting more excited as we go. We're just having a good flight. We're having fun. And also working on my audio today. So recently I just created a Amazon wish list that's posted below my stream. And it allows people to, if I create something in a wish list, allow you to order it and have it sent to my house. I didn't know this was happening, mind you, but I woke up this morning, walked out the door, and I saw an Amazon package on my doorstep, and I was like, well, I don't remember ordering anything. I mean, the last thing I ordered was I ordered a new chair base for my gaming chair and some new wheels. My chair base ended up breaking last week after me having this chair for over 3 years. It finally broke, and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to keep this chair because it means a lot to me. My significant other bought it for me before he passed, and so for me, I don't want to get rid of this chair. I'd rather keep this chair alive, keep it going, and so that's what I'm doing right now. And luckily, my chair is still living, it's still working. I've got a steel base for the chair now, so it's a lot more sturdy than ever. I got some rollerblade wheels for the chair too, so it glides around pretty smooth. But I didn't know I was receiving anything from Amazon. Well, I walk outside to see this package, I pick it up, I open it up real quick, and I see the microphone that I requested on my wish list, and I'm thinking, I don't remember ordering this. The first thing I said to myself is, I don't remember ordering this. Now, don't get me wrong. I've had those nights, I've had those days where I go out there and I might be really tired. I might order something on Amazon, completely forget I ordered it, clear out my email the next day, not even pay attention to the fact that I did it. So here I go, I log into my Amazon account and I'm like, well, I didn't order that. Where did that come from? And then it dawned on me. I open up the package and I find this little receipt and it says, a gift from your fans. And I was like, oh, cool. So anyway, folks, we've got the crispy audio going on today here with the Razer Siren Mini. And I know it looks like I'm also on my headphones too. I am, but I am not running my audio through my headphones right now. My audio is completely coming through my mic. The only audio that's coming through my headphones right now is actually my mic on Discord. I'm going to be separating that out soon, but I need to go ahead and get a microphone arm established before I do it. That way I can drop the gain on this little Razer Siren Mini. But folks, like I said, welcome. Hope you're having a great day. Hopefully everyone's doing well, and we're just making this flight here. We're having a bunch of fun. So I can't finally decrease my throttle. Wait, you can or can't? Awesome, awesome. Well, at least that works now, Canesto. At least you got it working. And so, folks, here's the thing. So the CRJ, I love the CRJ. I just got it when it first came out. I think maybe the day after it came out, maybe, or maybe I got it the day it did come out. But anyway, my first flight with it, I went from Dublin, Ireland to Dusseldorf on VATSIM, and I had a whole bunch of fun with the airplane. But I was having major problems with it. Major frame rate drops, everything was going terrible. I couldn't figure out how to get the transponder to go to on mode. I couldn't figure out all these things, and mind you, a lot of it was me, I'll admit, okay? The FPS wasn't, but I digress. Needless to say, they released a new version of it called 1001. Ever since then, I've had pretty good luck with it up until yesterday. Had a really weird frame rate dropout, but I did find out what was causing it. So I had enabled on a prior flight photogrammetry for a area I wanted to see a little bit better. Folks, photogrammetry is probably the #1 killer of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, especially if you do not have an 8-core minimum processor to go ahead and process it. Folks, I am running an old i7 7700K with a 1080 Ti, 32 gigs of RAM. It's a good simulator computer. It's not bad. Like, I can generally run the simulator on Ultra at 2560 by 1080 with some slightly modified settings, and it looks absolutely amazing and beautiful, and it's so much fun. But I learned, though, because of what I was dealing with, that something was going on. So I ended up looking at it after I got mad with the plane yesterday, and I shut down my stream, sent a raid over. I turned my computer back on later, and I was like, wait a second, photogrammetry was on. And I was like, oh, well, maybe I should fix that. Okay, so Robbie the Commie, so I am using 2 different things for a chatbot, and you may not recognize the fact that it's 2 different chatbots, but they're connected to the same account. So my chatbot is under an account called QuasiGuruBot, so it's actually a account that I had to create separate, and I think it's kind of funny though, because a lot of Twitch streamers do this, because most of the custom chatbots out there, right, they all run under a special Twitch username, and all you literally do is you create a brand new account. I created one called QuasiGuruBot, and I always find it funny when I log into it manually, because it always, asks you, are you a bot? And I'm thinking, no, I'm not a bot, but my account's a bot, right? But needless to say, though, I'm using Streamlabs Chatbot. Now, Streamlabs Chatbot does a few things for me. It allows me to have my emotes sound clipped. I'm trying to integrate that into my main bot, which is PhantomBot. PhantomBot is 100% open source. You can run it on your own hardware, or you can have it run it on hosted hardware even. Currently, my PhantomBot is being powered by my friend Tech Domain. Anyway, he is also a streamer himself. He deals with more like space sim content, so Elite Dangerous and Star Citizen, stuff like that, folks. But he's been hosting my PhantomBot instance. My PhantomBot instance does everything else. I kid you not, everything else PhantomBot does. I just need to get a couple more features integrated into PhantomBot to get him going. But that's right, there we go. That's right. Thank you for that shout out there, Canesto, for technical domain. Totally appreciate that. But folks, we are making the departure here. We're already past the departure chart. So let's go ahead. Let's close out the chart here. And so we can see exactly where we are going to be going here. And once again, folks, let's have a good flight. Let's make this fun. That's what we're here for. This is the Monday fly along. This is the Run What You Brung Monday. I know the stream title may confuse you. I live my life a quarter mile at a time. The rest is spent on autopilot. Okay, guys, look, the CJ4 takes about 0.64 miles take off. Give me a break. Okay, 0.64 miles take off, but honestly, most of the rest of it is spent on autopilot. Unless, hold on. You ready for this? Canesto. Are you ready for this, Canesto? I know you're ready for this. Come on, you ready for this? Listen up very carefully, chat. Listen up, crew. Autopilot just came off. What's gonna happen? Woo! Here we go. There we go. Guys, I hope you didn't lose your lunch here. We are currently pulling a flight movie departure here. getting up to flight level 350. At that point, we'll go ahead and roll back over, re-engage the autopilot as we make this climb up here, folks. We're climbing at an astounding 4,000 feet a minute inverted. Here we go. Let's go ahead and turn this thing back over here. Nice gentle turn over with the beautiful honeycomb alpha. Just make everything look beautiful again. Okay, here we go. Autopilot's coming back on. And we are going back up to flight level 350, it looks like. We are climbing. Everything looks pretty good. Didn't lose too much speed there either. I did pull back the throttles to do it so we wouldn't have a mid-air disintegration. But folks, we are an hour and 3 minutes away from LaGuardia. You know what? Robbie the Commie. You know what? Sometimes girls have to pull out their inner Denzel Washington too, okay? That's what we gotta do. We gotta pull out our inner Denzel, right? Now, don't get me wrong, he was on an MD-88. You guys are gonna laugh at me. You wanna hear something funny? So, I was hanging out with a friend a couple weeks ago. This is after one of my best friends passed away, and needless to say, long story short, Wednesday is going to be that friend's viewing, and so, guys, I'm gonna try my best to stick to my normal schedule here. Getting back to my normal schedule at least. I'm gonna try my best to stream on Wednesday, but I'm gonna tell you right now, it may be difficult for me, so do be understanding if I do need to cancel or reschedule my Wednesday stream for maybe Thursday, because it's going to be a rough day for me going through that. But long story short though, folks, my friend and I go over to this Mexican restaurant. We're hanging out, just talking about things, and he's like, do you remember what plane Denzel Washington was flying in the movie Flight? And so, you know what, Xanabus, thank you so much for the bog follows. We totally appreciate that, but you know what, see you later, bye. Alright, folks, but needless to say, though, it's interesting because, for me at least, I was like, I honestly think it was a CRJ because he shows me a picture of it. And so I am stuck on the idea that this is CRJ. Well, needless to say, later on that night, Mr. Pilot's streaming, and I jump in for a bit to talk to him, and I think Complete Freedom and stuff, and I was like, guys, what airplane was Denzel Washington flying in the movie Flight? That was a CRJ, right? And they're like, no, it was an MD-88. And you're not going to believe what I said next. I said, what's the difference? I know. You know what? I understand if you guys want to unfollow for that. I totally understand. I can't blame you. But I said, what's the difference? Now, mind you, when I brought it up to my friends, they're like, Quasi, it is a longer plane. It's got much larger engines. And I was like, but it looks like a CRJ, guys. But needless to say, long story short, though, I actually started looking over the MD-88. I was like, okay, guys, you're right. It really is a longer plane. I didn't really recognize that fact initially, you know. So let's go ahead and get our barrel set over the standard too. I might have done it, you know, 14,000 feet late, but you know, better now than never. 17,000 feet late. But let's go ahead and get our altimeter set to standard again. Jump this down to 29902. Everything is looking good, folks, and we are just making our way across Lake. What is this? Lake Superior? No, not Superior. I can't even think what the name of this lake is right now. But we're making our way across the lake here to go to LaGuardia. I'm hearsay really wanted to do this flight, and so I said, you know what? Let's go ahead and do it. We're doing the visual approach into LaGuardia off of I-95. I was initially going to go ahead and name my title Cactus Jack something, but I decided not to because you know I don't want to have anyone encourage me to ditch in the Hudson today. And realistically, guys, I don't like flying an Airbus. I know you're going to write me off at this point. You're going to say, no, Airbus is the best, and I'm going to tell you, no, it's not, because I think the CJ4 is the best. Lake Erie, thank you so much, 1480, for that. So Lake Michigan and Lake Erie border each other, but we're currently flying right over by Lake Erie. You know, and I tell you what, it's funny, 14, I've lived in this area most of my life, and I can never remember which lake is east of Michigan. Absolutely. So here for me, Robbie, I am a Boeing pilot before I'm an Airbus pilot. I will fly a Boeing before I fly an Airbus. And with that being said, if PMD does release the 748 for FS 2020, I will be their first person in line for that 748 because, you know, I'm going to go from flying my little baby CJ4 over to flying a heavy. That's right. I will be FedEx, I will be UPS, I will be Virgin Atlantic, I will be Qantas, I will be anything you could think of that flies a 747 right now. So I'm excited about it. Oh my gosh, you know, and that's the thing. I'm here to say I really love PMDG's products. They have absolutely amazing products. And you know what? That's the one thing I like about them. It's kind of like the CJ4, right? Like today, for instance, I was looking on the new webpage for the CJ. Okay. Check this out. I'm going to show you guys this really quick. It is a brand new webpage that they've created because of them directly now working with Aerosoft. Let's see if I can find it here really quick because I had it pulled up. Let me pull up my Discord here because I do save everything in my Discord. Folks, if you haven't yet already and you would like to talk to me off stream, you would like to join in with the rest of the Quasi Guru family, you can always go ahead and jump into my Discord server, talk in there, and reach out to me and say, hey, I got a suggestion. I want to try something different on stream, or I want to see you do this flight, or I want to see you do this. Guys, I take suggestions seriously, okay? I know you hear from some people, oh yeah, we take suggestions, and then they may not take it. Well, folks, here's the thing. I take the suggestions. We do them as we can, and you know what, folks? I am planning here soon also on doing an around the world tour. That's probably going to be in a much longer phase of doing things. I've always been the pilot here on Twitch that likes to do my our every week fly along, which we do Run What You Brung Mondays, and then on Wednesdays and Fridays I generally do VATSIM events, okay? And then Tuesdays or Thursdays I'm generally flying with 14AD. 14AD is either my first officer or I'm either his first officer, folks, and that's the kind of thing I enjoy doing. I also enjoy flying with other Twitch streamers, so you know it's hard for me to go much above 3 days a week. I know this last week was a little bit of an exception to the rule. Like I flew yesterday and generally I won it, but there was a really good VATSIM event going on. It was the NCAA AA Championship fly-in event. So I flew from Montreal all the way down to Indianapolis, and I only did not have ATC on takeoff, and Cleveland Center was locked up, so I didn't have ATC with Cleveland Center, but I had ATC the rest of the way. So I love doing VATSIM. It's one of my favorite things to do. And like I said, guys, if you'd like to join in with the Discord so that way you guys can be notified anytime before we depart. And we can enjoy these flights together with each other as well, you know. And if you guys like doing VATSIM, I would always strongly suggest that you come join me for those events, folks, because here's the thing. The wonderful thing about VATSIM is you don't need Flight Sim 2020 to come join me. You can have P3D, you can have X-Plane, right? You can have the other simulators. You don't need FS 2020. You can have FSX and join me on VATSIM. So just remember, folks, if you guys want to join on VATSIM, there's always that option so that you guys are always able to join in. I've ran join FS occasionally, especially if some people aren't necessarily comfortable with flying on VATSIM. So, you know, we've got that option too. So there's always a way to fly around with Quasi Guru and join our crew as we fly around the world, right? And just enjoy some of these beautiful sights. But once again, folks, I digress. We're flying into LaGuardia right now. We're about 45 minutes out from landing. Folks, if you would like to, we got 14AD up in the air. I think he's about to intercept I'm Hearsay. 14AD is about to become the interceptor, folks. Let's go ahead and drop in those interceptor emotes into the chat.
Go, go, Quasi Guru.
That's right, dropping those interceptor emotes into the chat because we got 14AD intercepting I'm Hearsay.
Go, go, Quasi Guru. You mighty flying CJ pilot.
That's right, folks, dropping those interceptor emotes into the chat. That's right, Mr. Pilot 222 dropping in those interceptor emotes. Friend, I am so happy to see you join us on the stream here. I'm sure you're probably somewhere on that car lot there ducking out for a minute, right? Ducking out so you can catch the Quasi Guru Twitch stream. But guys, I'm just excited here to be flying with you guys again today, and especially back on the nimble fella, as Slayer T likes to call it. This airplane is incredibly fast, folks, and if you ever hear my airplane start to beep at us like that, it's probably because I'm breaking the speed tape, so don't forget to drop in the Quasi Guru tape emote, okay? You gotta remember to drop in that Quasi Guru tape emote. Alright, here we go. And folks, we are listening today to Harris Heller We're listening to the Drop album. We're listening to Ruins of an Era. I'll tell you what, guys, I really love Harris Heller's music. He's got some excellent tunes that are DMCA free for Twitch streams. Absolutely incredible. Check out Stream Beats. You're gonna love it. I play it off of YouTube music all the time for the stream. It's something fun to get the chat all hyped up, all excited, and depends on what we're gonna play. You know, some days I play the lo-fi. We keep it nice and chill and just relax here in the chat. And then some days, you know, I do some things that are more upbeat, like what we're doing right now. In fact, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't heard this album yet, so I'm kind of impressed. This album's pretty good. 14 AD is descending, folks. He's descending, but I'll tell you what, he is flying that CJ4 like a pro right now. You know, I think Mr. Pilot, after you kind of, you know, taught him about how to throttle manage a little bit better, he's actually using that a lot right now. You know, I think he's actually using that throttle now to manage his altitude, right? That's good. That's good, 14AD. We're always happy to see our friends grow here. And it doesn't matter, folks, if you guys are a brand new pilot to a simulator, if you guys are a real life pilot, if you guys are a very true sim aviator, and you guys really are focused on doing everything right, folks, I welcome everyone to the Quasi-Hero Twitch channel on these fly-alongs. I welcome you guys to the VATS and events as well. And you know what, guys? It's absolutely fun. It's a whole bunch of fun, folks. I'll tell you what, Mr. Pilot 222 really helped me get in there and start streaming. Oh my gosh, we got the panda rollover. Yeah, we got the rollover going on. That's right. Let's go ahead and do it, right? Autopilot is coming off again here, folks. Ready for this? Are you ready? You ready? Our autopilot has come off of the airplane. Full toga. Absolutely gorgeous. You know, folks, I'll tell you what. All the time this happens, I'm in the simulator, I'm flying along, I'm doing a barrel roll, and I look at those clouds and I'm like, man, they're gorgeous. That's the one thing I really like about Flight Sim 2020. You know, I know a lot of people give us crap, right, and say, oh, it's not a real simulator, oh, the planes don't fly like real airplanes. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something right now. The CJ4 is an amazing bird, okay? It flies like a real airplane. Working Title Mod has done a fantastic job on this aircraft. It is probably the quintessential freeware aircraft that has ever been designed in Flight Simulator 2020, and I know I'm gonna get some flack for that. The Airbus fly-by-wire is great and all too, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. The amount of knowledge, the amount of skill that has gone into the CJ4, the type of coding that they have done over time, folks, I can't even tell you how cool this is. So, Working Title, because they weren't, you know, initially signed on with Aerosoft, well, not Aerosoft, with the Zobo Studios, what did they do? They wrote code to add fuel to the simulator or subtract it from the simulator to make the fuel flow more accurate for the airplane. Can you imagine how complex that code is to actually run the calculations based upon your weather, based upon your winds, based upon your flight level? It is absolutely insane what they have done. They have redone all the colors here in the FMS. We have a Collins Proline FMS. Folks, I just read on Working Title site today. I looked at their site, and their site, they were talking about how they are 75% there to having a fully functional Collins Proline FMS. 75%. And you know what's crazy about that? I hear 75% and I'm looking at it like, wait, what do you mean it's only 75%? It's got to be done, right? It's got to be done, because I feel like every time I look at this FMS, there's nothing that I see that could be possibly missing from the real airplane. It's that good. It's that good. That's the reason why I love Flight Simulator 2020 so much. It's the reason why I love the CJ4 Working Title Mod so much. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. Aerosoft has also come up with an amazing aircraft. And don't get me wrong. Yeah, it's got its bugs. It's got its flaws. So they're working on fixing them. But, guys, it does have working VNAV. Not just the VNAV advisory, but VNAV. I couldn't believe it. Mr. Pilot and I flew yesterday from Coffs Harbour to Sydney, and when we made that flight, I fell in love with the CRJ 10 times over. And don't worry, folks, we'll be back with the CRJ on Wednesday or Friday. Probably Wednesday, though. We'll be back with the CRJ. Also, probably going to be doing a collab stream with 14AD here, either tomorrow or Thursday or both days. We haven't really done too much talking about it. We're about to intercept oh wait, is 14, what airplane's he in? Oh yeah, he's in our CJ, so let's go and slow down here with him. But folks, that is the wonderful thing. So 14 Idea will be doing a collab probably Tuesday and maybe Thursday too as well. One on my channel, one on his. Guys, I really enjoy flying with First Officer 14AD. He's a lot of fun, guys. You know, and he's been classifying himself as a beginner now for what? Over 2 months, I think. It's almost been 3 months, I think, now he's been classifying himself as a beginner. Slayer T and I kept telling him, look, 14, you're no longer a beginner. That's not even possible at this point anymore because you've been along for 3 months. After the first month, you got to stop calling yourself a beginner in the sim. I'm also trying to talk him in, guys, into getting Navigraph because these charts in this plane are absolutely freaking incredible. They're absolutely amazing. We'll be pulling up the approach chart coming up to coming all the way up here to LaGuardia, coming into New York, and we're gonna look over it. But guys, LaGuardia is over in Queens, so we're a little bit kind of into the city. We're gonna enjoy the flight though. Hope you guys are having a good flight. Hope you guys are having a whole bunch of fun, and here we go. So I'm also thinking too, so you guys know how Mr. Pilot does Vegemite bites? I'm thinking about doing a spicy food challenge here on this channel. I'll tell you what, folks, I am a big spicy food lover. I'm a big spicy food nut. So if I can get Carolina Reaper wings, or if I can get, I don't know, blazing wings, or if I can get something really hot and spicy, I'll throw down those channel points so you guys can go ahead and have me dig into those. And I may not even put a limit down. So I'll tell you what, guys, capsaicin is like a complex sugar, right? So capsaicin is what is inside of a hot pepper, okay? Or inside of very spicy foods, okay? Capsaicin's a really complex sugar, and if I have enough of it, it's almost like I get this drunk, euphoric feeling. And I'll tell you what, I haven't been drunk, guys, since October of 2018. You know, MSFS, I might just go ahead and do that, but we're gonna do that in advance, so that way I can get the sauce picked up. You know, and honestly, I want to try to make sure it's something that I can get locally, that I don't necessarily have to have shipped, unless you guys are offering to possibly ship said sauce. But I really do love spicy food. I will eat almost anything that is spicy out there. I will give it a shot at least once. I may die afterwards, but I will give it a shot at least once. Raw sauce, huh? Raw sauce. I don't know about raw sauce. I haven't heard of that one, Mr. Pilot. But like I said, I'll give most anything a shot once, as long as I don't die from it. You have a few dynamite ones? Okay, yeah. You know what? And that's going to be good, especially if they're from South America. You know they're not playing around in South America. They will make sure you catch your mouth on fire, and there will be no recovering from that mouth fire. All right, folks, we are currently 276 nautical miles out from LaGuardia. Once again, we'll be doing the I-95 approach into the airport. It looks like we also had, I'm Hearsay, post a chart in here earlier for the airport. Let's go ahead and just take a look here if I can just find it one more time. Where did she post that at? I'm Hearsay. Hold on a minute here. I'm pretty sure I'm going to find it, I believe. Let me see if I can find it really quick. All right, let's see what we got here. I'm trying to find, I found it. Okay, so we have a sky vector chart here. This is going to be the expressway visual runway 31 approach. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to drop down here into legs really quick. We'll departure arrival. And we're going to make sure that we got runway 31 selected. We're going to go ahead and do the visual. So we're going to do standard runway 31. All right, folks, that is officially selected now. So when cleared for an expressway approach to runway 31 while an LGA DMA R225 cross dials int at 2,500 feet or above. Turn right on at dials int heading 085 degrees and descend to runway 31 via Long Island Expressway and Flushing Meadow Park. Use LaGuardia runway 4 localizer for course guidance when LGA4 is not available. All right, folks, so we've got that all figured out here. I know it might sound like my voice was cutting in and out. That was totally intentional. I'm trying to see if you guys think there's something going on with my mic, but obviously there's not, because I have an awesome mic now. It's crispier than the crispiest type of bacon that you could eat, and trust me, I know Miss 14AD is all about that crispy bacon. So folks, once again, definitely glad to have you guys here. Let's go ahead real quick though, and let's drop that quasi wrap, everyone, so you can hear what the quasi wrap is all about. Right, this came from Miss 14AD on one of my streams. I was the first channel she dropped a wrap on, folks. First channel, and that was shortly after I became affiliate too. And then she eventually came over to the Mr. Pilot channel and dropped some bars of Mr. Pilot. And I'll tell you what, Mr. Pilot was completely speechless. He was blushing at the face, folks. He was afraid. He was hiding. He was, yeah, you know, he climbed behind his chair like he did one time when I tried to intercept him. I was like, Mr. Pilot 222, you've been intercepted by assassin citation CJ4. Please wrap your wings to acknowledge. Folks, he jumped right behind his chair and he ducked down, and then he looks up. He's like, is she gone, folks? Is she gone? And I was like, oh no, I'm not, Mr. Pilot. You better get back up there to that cockpit. But anyway, let's go and drop in the quasi wrap here really quick into the chat so you guys can hear it. I'm gonna go and lower the music volume real quick so everyone can hear the quasi wrap. If I type it right, right? At least I thought I typed it right.
We got Quasi on the runway, she gonna come slay, there's no escape, you know. Quasi Guru will sock it to you as she flies through, intercept you. She may be talking about pizza and what to eat up, but she'll defeat ya. She's coming in like Die Hard, the sky's her yard, you'll get a red card. Her feet are loose, but her controls are tight, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
Dang, that was Miss 14AD. Yeah, that's right. That was Miss 14AD, everyone, dropping that Quasi Guru rap there shortly after we became an affiliate, folks. And if you guys did not see that affiliate stream, I want you guys to understand that there is a clip on my channel to actually see what happened when we hit 50 followers that night, folks. I was descending into Jackson Hole, Wyoming. We were making our descent, and as we were making that descent into Jackson Hole, folks, I kid you not, we had zero visibility until about maybe 50 feet above the runway max. I'll tell you what, guys, it was the absolute craziest approach I've ever done on a simulator, and it was absolutely nuts because I said to myself, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and hand fly all the way down to the ground. I actually flew the localizer by hand. I was paying attention to that runway as it was coming down. I was paying attention to my altimeter. I was in complete IFR conditions, and I'm just making that descent. I'm making that descent. I'm making that descent. And then I make a comment. I'm like, guys, I think I'm going to change the weather over to clear skies. I can't see the runway. And as I'm about to do it, I kid you not, the runway all of a sudden starts to come in sight. And I look down and I'm like, I don't know how far we're down the runway, but we're going to put it down, folks. We're going to do it because that's what we always do here on the Quasi Guru channel. We do not go around. We keep on. We continue on. We will land that airplane no matter what, folks. I'm going to go ahead and drop this clip here in the chat so everyone can go ahead and see it. But it was an absolutely amazing landing when we came in there for that landing. It was absolutely gorgeous. It's been a minute since we've done it though, so give me a minute here to find it, folks. You know what that means? You know what that means? We hear me speeding again. What does that mean? You need to drop in the chat, folks. What do you need to drop in the chat? Come on, folks. This is not a quiz. This is, there we go. That's right, Canesto. Drop in that Quasi Guru speed tape emote. That's right, speed. I am speed. Oh yeah, so Mr. Pilot 22, I got the Razor Siren Mini. I hope it sounds really good. I added some filters to it. I got a little bit of a compression layer going on, and I also added noise suppression through OBS, and honestly, I think it's probably the most crisp sound this channel has ever had. Now, if you are in my Discord, do understand that the mic you're hearing in there is on my headset. I do not have this microphone routed yet, and there's a reason for that. I need to get a microphone arm so that way I can do a little bit more of that sweet proximity effect that everyone talks about when talking on a microphone, like doing this right now, because this is what you guys really want to hear. You want to hear the low, deep bass rumble of Quasi Guru's voice. But yeah, folks, that's the thing though. So I'm going to be working on getting a microphone arm for my setup, so that way we can go ahead and get proximity effects set up as well. So right now, my microphone is literally sitting on top of my Honeycomb Alpha yoke. It's basically directly in line with my mouth, maybe about 9 inches away maximum from my mouth. And honestly, it sounds really good, but I can't wait till I can set up a little bit different, because it's going to completely change the audio experience here on this channel. Not only do we have crisp audio right now, but it's going to change it for me, so I can do a little bit more things that I would like to do, at least with the audio, to make it sound even better, even more crispy for everyone, so everyone's able to enjoy it even more. But folks, I'm going to pull up this clip. I'm trying to find it right now here. This would be one of the first clips that was ever made on my channel here. If I cannot find it, folks, I will find it somewhere else. We did a happy affiliate. Okay, folks, I did find the clip. I'm going to go ahead and drop this here in the channel so everyone can see it. It was absolutely incredible, folks. I really hope you enjoy watching this clip. So when you get a chance, if not right now, make sure you watch this clip before you completely leave or anything, because you guys got to see this. This landing was absolutely amazing, coming down into Jackson Hole, Wyoming, one of my favorite airports to fly into. But folks, literally, we had zero visibility until about less than, I would say, we were down to less than, oh gosh, how bad was it? I would say probably less than 50 feet above ground level. I kid you not. I literally started seeing it last second. I started seeing runway lights, and mind you, I was like, you know what? Screw it. Let's continue. We're going to put this bird down. We're going to do it right. We're going to do it like we always do here on the Quasi Cure Twitch channel. We're going to put it down. We're not going to go around, because that's not what we do here. And folks, I did stop. I did not have a runway incursion. I did get turned around, and folks, I'll tell you what, it was one of the most surreal experiences of my life. I was sitting there on the runway when I came to a stop finally, and I was like, I was completely wide-eyed, folks. I couldn't believe what had happened making that landing. It was absolutely nuts. But here we go, folks. We are almost here to LaGuardia. Okay, folks, we will be descending here in about 15 minutes. It's 111 nautical miles into LaGuardia. We're about 220 nautical miles away right now, 31 minutes away from the airport. Once again, folks, runway 31 expressway visual off of I-95 coming in for a landing. We're going to ignore the winds. We're not going to focus on what those winds tell us to do. We're just going to go ahead and land the airplane, have a fun time at it, and just see how things turn out here. You know, if it was a normal VATSIM event, folks, I am completely different as a pilot. I will try my best to fly the runways that should be the best ones to fly, but since this is a fly-along flight, folks, we're going to throw some of the things out the window, okay? Because you know what? We're in a simulator. We're here to have fun. We're here to spend time with each other, and that's honestly what matters the most. But let's go ahead and just take a look at the METAR here for Kilo Lima Golf Alpha. Oh, hold on. I can't even type right now. This is terrible. Kilo Lima Golf Alpha. Let's type this in. All right, so we've got winds 33015, gusting to 26 knots. Ooh, I'll tell you what, this is going to be an interesting landing, folks, coming down into LaGuardia. We've got visibility at 10 statute miles, few clouds at 25,000 feet. Temperature is 18 degrees, altimeter is 2985. This is going to be crazy, guys. I'm not going to lie. This is going to be another one of those flights that's going to get a little bit dicey as we come down for a landing, and I honestly don't know how it's going to look or how it's going to turn out, but you know what, guys? I'm doing it with you guys, therefore that means we're going to have a good flight no matter what, right? But folks, it looks like currently we got a total of 15 viewers in the stream. As Mr. Pilot would say to you guys, get in there. Let's have a fun flight. Let's get this thing down, and let's just have some fun here, right? All right, Dave Brennan, you go have your dinner. Enjoy the dinner. You can feel free to lurk if you'd like to as well. You know, gather up some of those in-flight peanuts so you can go ahead and drop those channel points for some of the new features that we've added to the channel. So folks, we now have channel points for Gear Up, Butter, Rollover, Autopilot, and Toga, and those will display video overlays on the channel, kind of like how Studio Connect does. I thought that was kind of cool. Studio Connect, I've been talking a lot lately and taking some advice from him, and I'm converting most of my scenes over to browser sources because you can separate almost everything out from your simulator, so it's kind of cool. All right, I'm Hearsay, excellent. Glad to see that you're going to be starting your descent here soon. I'm showing top of descent in 13. You know, folks, I'm going to toga this. Let's get caught up here, right? Let's get caught up with my friends here as we make this approach into La Guardia, and we're gonna have some fun here. You know what? Don't worry about it, 14. Don't worry about it. You're okay. You're okay. We're here to have fun, you know? This is all about having fun together, right? Because you know what? Here's the thing. Realize this. Look how close we're flying to each other, 14. Look how close we are. Do you think air traffic control would let this kind of separation occur? Never. Absolutely, Noodles861. Folks, make sure you've got your snacks put out on your table trays, and please make sure your seatbelts are securely fastened. If your seatbelt does not work, I do have extra duct tape in the back. We also got some Gorilla Glue that you can go ahead and paste down to your seat and just sit on if you'd like. It should be able to keep you planted, but we never know how that goes. We'll see what's going to happen here. Just posted something might help you on the Expressway Visual 3.1. Did you post that in the Discord there, James Martin? Because I did not see it yet. I'm kind of not. Oh, okay, I see what you're seeing here. Yeah, nice. Okay, all right, I'm looking. Okay, guys, take a look in my Discord right now under Pilots Lounge. Folks, if you're not part of my Discord, get into my Discord, ! Discord. Join that Discord really quick. I look like an A330. Okay, so MSFS, so I learned this recently. So Flight Simulator 2020 in this last update did something weird, and something's broken model matching, and I guess I didn't really recognize that it was a model matching issue until recently. So after this last update, I flew with 1480 and Mr. Pilot the other day. 1480 was flying on his stream. He had Mr. Pilot on board. It was an awesome stream, guys. 1480 flew a full manual landing, I think, coming into, what was it, Kaitak? Yeah, it was absolutely beautiful, folks. No, it was not Kaitak. I take that back. It was not Kaitak, but he made a full manual landing with Mr. Pilot on board. And when he made this full manual landing, folks, it was absolutely gorgeous. Best, smoothest landing I've ever seen 14AD do without me in the airplane. And you know what? It was mostly all 14AD. Mr. Pilot just gave him a little bit of guidance here and there. He gave him a little bit of pushes here and there, but he did what he needed to do. Mr. 14AD is becoming one of the most premier pilots here in Twitch, folks. If you don't believe me, you need to go check out 14AD. I'm gonna go and drop in the shout out real quick for 14AD, folks. One of my best friends, my first officer on my channel, and I'm his first officer on his channel. But take a look at 1480. Go ahead and drop him a follow on his channel, folks. Believe me, he is definitely worth it, guys. He is a comedian himself. He also codes. He codes, folks. I do some coding too. I'm not as crazy as 1480, but 1480 does coding too, guys. He is absolutely incredible, guys. You will enjoy his streams if you come join in. He's a comedian himself, has a whole bunch of fun. Guys, he got into flight sim. And I'll tell you what, I remember one of my first experiences with 1480. We're flying from Jamaica over to Honduras, Toncontin, and while we're doing this departure, before we even take off, we're starting to taxi out to the runway. And so I was first in line for the taxiway, and then Mr. Pilot's right behind me, and Canesto, and we got this lineup ready to go out of Montego Bay, and all of a sudden, we hear this loud boom. We're like, what just happened? A couple minutes later, 1480 comes back on the channel. He's like, I fell, guys, I fell. And then one time he drops his throttle quadrant, another time he drops his joystick. But folks, he's doing a lot better now. MSEP just buzzed by us there. That was actually a pretty cool little flyby there, MSEP. I really like that. Nicely done, my friend. But folks, getting back to what I was saying though. So model matching's been kind of broken. When I was flying with 14AD the other day, they saw me as a bonanza because they did not have my Spirit livery for the CRJ. And I initially thought, okay, maybe it's just a CRJ issue, right? Because the CRJ is kind of one of those airplanes that's very, very particular, okay? It wants everything done in a certain manner, and it's a separate piece of software and all this other stuff. It's actually kind of weird flying the CRJ if you're not completely used to it. So needless to say though, Mr. Pilot is jumping in here into the stream and everything, and you know, he didn't see me as a CRJ, neither did 1480. So now that you're seeing me as an A320, it kind of makes sense. I think they broke something with model matching, but here's the thing though, at least the frame rates for the simulator are back up. Look, you know, I would love model matching to work, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I'd much rather my frame rates work first. Because it was driving me absolutely mental having the frame rate dropouts that I was having, because it was making the simulator basically impossible for me to fly on. I was really starting to get discouraged with flying on the simulator because it wasn't as much fun at that point, you know. So, but folks, once again, thank you guys again for joining with the Quasi-Guru Twitch channel today as we make our flight from Detroit Metro Wayne County Airport, which Meritus ATC goes ahead and controls that on VATSIM, and we're flying all the way over to LaGuardia. We're gonna do the 3-1 visual approach, folks. If you haven't yet, take a look at my Discord. James Martin posted in there a really good helper to make a successful approach on the runway 3-1 approach into LaGuardia, guys. So take a look at that. Also, take a look at the chart that I'm Hearsay posted earlier here. It is a sky vector chart. It is a free chart to use, folks. You do not have to have a Navigraph to fly on the simulator, but I will say this: it makes flying on the simulator a lot more easy by using Navigraph. I'm here to say, can you do me a favor? Can you drop that chart into the chat one more time? Our first visual will be the twin white tanks. Never have done this, but hopefully we see these things. Okay, excellent. I'm here to say, well, let me know, because I do not have my I turned off photogrammetry for this flight just to make sure that we keep the simulator experience smooth. But here we go, folks. 7 minutes here. We'll be at our top of descent. We'll be descending down into beautiful New York City, flying down into LaGuardia. Folks, Cactus Jack was the airline that Sully was in charge of that had a twin engine bird strike on departure, and Sully saved the life of many Americans that day on that departure. He ended up ditching the airplane in the Hudson River, and absolutely incredible story. And his reasoning behind it, folks, you know, I know Hollywood likes to Hollywood and glam some things up, and the Sully movie was a little bit glammed up, but folks, if you haven't seen the Sully movie, go take a look at it. It's a really good movie, and it's got a really good story behind it. The biggest difference, though, was mainly that, you know, the FAA was not really attacking Captain Sully, okay? They weren't really investigating him for saving the lives of many people. They, you know, of course, there was an investigation done. Could we have actually landed this airplane on ground? And, you know, after the FAA did their investigation, they said, you know what, you basically did everything you could do, and you saved the lives of everyone aboard that plane. So, absolutely incredible story about what Sully did to save the lives of many people that day on that departure coming out. And, you know, folks, I'll tell you this right now. So, I would say about 2 or 3 months ago, I was doing an Uber ride, and I picked up a pilot from Gary Chicago International Airport, and I took him into the city of Chicago. And he flies a private business jet. It is a French airplane. You ready for this? French airplane, 3 engines, name it. Private jet, 3-engine airplane. Name the airplane. Someone go ahead and name the airplane. Let's go ahead and try to see if we can get this figured out here. What airplane is French that has 3 engines? It's a private jet. Think about that really quick, folks, for a little bit. But anyway, this pilot was telling me that, you know, because I was talking to him for a bit, and yep, that's right, a Dassault Falcon. That's right, Skydive Rob. Excellent answer there. Glad to see that you actually grabbed that right away. And yes, MSEP, absolutely, it is the Falcon. And so needless to say, though, picked up this pilot from the airport, took him into Chicago, and we're talking for a bit. He was telling me that, you know, he initially got into aviation by flying with the U.S. Navy, which was kind of cool, you know, because I think those stories are always kind of incredible to learn. How did you get into aviation? How did you actually, you know, start your career? And so he's talking about how he started with the Navy, and he started off with the Navy, and then he ended up, after he got out of the Navy, you're not going to believe this, folks. So he gets out of the Navy. He has experience flying a single-engine jet as a fighter pilot. Comes out into the real world. He goes ahead and gets his FAA license by literally just retesting, essentially, because it's what you got to do after you're in the military. And right after he is done getting his license, he tries to see if he can get on with somebody, and no one will accept him. Why? Because he's been flying a single-engine fighter jet. hasn't been flying a multi-engine aircraft, but a single-engine fighter jet, basically has no real-world experience. Right now, this guy has been flying since the late 70s. Okay, so I'm thinking, you gotta be kidding me. I mean, how can no one take you right after you just went through the military and you were flying a fighter jet? And so he's telling me about his story, and he's like, well, so I ended up having to work my way up. So I started off in the Navy flying fighters, and then after that I ended up basically going back into aviation to smaller jobs. I was a janitor, I worked in a warehouse for a bit, I worked as a mechanic for a bit, and then one day I had somebody approach me asking, hey, do you want to get back into the pilot seat and fly? He's like, because I would like to get your dual engine rating get you on the King Air. So he started flying the King Air for a bit. He eventually started flying the Dassault Falcon. So we're talking a little bit. We're talking about what happened with the Sully incident, what happened with the flight incident, right? And he's like, I'm gonna be honest with you. He's like, here's the thing. He's like, when I was in the Navy, I did actually have a bird strike occur once, and he's like, I was grateful because I was only about 5 DME from the airport when it happened. But it completely flamed out his engine, and so he came in, best glide, landed the airplane just fine. Right now, of course, he said it was kind of weird after you landed, and you've got no jet engine running at all, so you're basically coming to a dead stop on the runway. But he said that was kind of weird. But he said the one thing that really threw him back, right, was the fact that he did all of these things. Okay. He did all of these things and then ends up finding out shortly thereafter. Let's see here really quick. I'm just trying to make sure we're going to descend. But he does all these things. Just finds out shortly thereafter that how rare it is to have a bird strike, right? And so I asked him, I was like, have you ever had it happen in your professional commercial experience? And he's like, yeah, I've had it happen before, but it's been nothing that's ever flamed out an engine. So, the fact of the matter is that there was a big enough flock of birds that hit both the left and right turbines on that Airbus that it just took that airplane out of the sky, basically, and there was no way they could return back to LaGuardia. There was no way they could circle back. The only option was to ditch the airplane to save the lives of many, many people. So, but no, absolutely, Skydiver Rob, no, I totally understand, and I hope you're having fun. I hope you've you're joining in with us today for the flight, right? 14. Are you Underdog 102? Who are you here in the simulator, my friend? Because I'd love to have you guys add me as a friend, folks. If you would like to add Quasi-Guru as a friend in Xbox Live for Flight Sim, and that way you guys can join in and we'll fly with each other and have some fun. So, but yeah, so for me at least, it was interesting learning this pilot's story and hearing what he basically had to say. And at that point, folks, this was before I met Mr. Pilot. This is before I met Slayer T. This is before I met Canesto. This is before I met 14AD. This is before I met our group that we call the Crew. All right, folks, I'm gonna go drop this into the chat really quick so you can know who I'm talking about here. But we have the Crew, okay? The Crew. All right, we are all stream Flight Sim and hope of laughs, fun, and knowledge. Please check out and support Complete Freedom. He's a real-world student pilot, folks. He is currently working on getting his PPL achieved. I believe his check ride is officially on the 27th of this month. He's been a little bit more quiet than usual. He's been out flying in real life, and folks, he does plan on still streaming on Fridays. But if he's busy with trying to get that PPL, let's let him enjoy getting that PPL. Dave Rendon just recently got his PPL as well. I know he had to run off for dinner, but Complete Freedom and Dave Rendon have some of the most amazing stories as to what they've had to work towards to actually get their PPLs done. Guys, I kid you not, it's absolutely crazy to see what those two have had to go through to work towards getting these PPLs. And you know what, folks, they've inspired me. Both of them have. And Dave Rendon, his most recent story of getting his PPL, me hearing his story, I've officially decided that I am planning on going back to flight school to work on getting my PPL. I'm excited about it. It's something that I'm definitely wanting to get back into. I want to get back up in the air. I want to fly myself, and maybe one day, folks, I can, instead of flying the working Title Mod airplane, right, I can fly the real airplane, right? I can fly the real CJ4, and I'm hoping one day it'll happen, but you know what? We'll see how it goes, but I'll say this right now. You'll never know if you can accomplish something until you do it, right? So you got to get out there. gotta push yourself forward, right? A PPL is definitely serious business. It really is. Your 12-year-old sense of humor can't help but giggle. Yeah, and I totally understand that, exactly. But folks, that's the biggest thing though, you know, for me at least. When I was a little kid, and I remember this, I swore up and down I wanted to become a 747-400 classic airline pilot. Okay, there's a story behind this, folks. So I grew up around a 486 and eventually had a little bit of an upgrade and got a 3D accelerator for my computer and started flying on Flight Simulator 98. And first simulator I was ever on, all I had was a joystick, folks. This is before we had the Z-axis for a rudder, right? I got on Flight Simulator 98. It was called As Real As It Can Get, right? And I remember this being called As Real As It Can Get. I couldn't believe it was as real as it could get, right? But I was flying on the simulator constantly. I was in the 747. I was in a Cessna. I was in a Bell helicopter, and I was doing all these things because I really wanted to do it. Well, what happened is my first year of high school, my freshman year of high school, I get into high school, and my English teacher that I had basically made friends with, you know, I think you make friends when you're in school with your teachers, right, at times, and made really good friends with my English teacher. She was really down to earth, and she said to me, she's like, you know what? She's like, I want you to understand something. She's like, and I'm not trying to make you discouraged or anything like that, but do you know how difficult it is to maintain a family by getting into flying in aviation? Because at the time I told her my ultimate goal is to fly commercial airlines, and I want to be a 747-400 pilot. And automatically what came out of her mouth was, you may never have a family because of it. And at the time, I thought family life was so important to me. But here's the thing, folks. I have done so much growing up here, right? I've driven a commercial semi-truck, right? I've done that. I've been away from home for months at a time, and it doesn't bother me. So who's to say me flying an airplane in real life would have really bothered me either? So, you know what? Here's the thing. At the end of the day, Dave Rendon and Complete Freedom have completely inspired me to push on. Now, here's the thing. It's going to be a long ride for me. It's going to be a bumpy ride for me because I don't have the money. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it slowly. I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to crack the books, and I'm going to study as hard as I can. I'm going to go ahead and work on ground school first off. And then from there, we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens. Now, does that mean that automatically everything's going to be great, everything's going to be fine? No, it doesn't. And I know that for a fact. I know that there's going to be a lot of things I'm going to need to do in order to be successful, right? I know there's a lot of things I'm going to need to do to be successful in order to get it done. But at the end of the day, though, it's going to give me more time to focus. And I'm just Josie. I saw you come in. Sorry I didn't initially say hello, but best friend, welcome back to the stream. I'm glad to see you here. It's been a minute, my friend, but I know, you know, we're both such busy people, right? So, but I want to go ahead and give a quick shout out to I'm Just Josie, folks. She's absolutely incredible, and she is working on streaming herself, and I'm just... But here we go, folks. We're descending into New York, here into Queens, flying into LaGuardia. We're going to do the I-95 visual here for runway 31. Folks, I'm going to go ahead and take manual control over because I think I lost my V-path a little bit. I know that they've done a little bit of new things to the CRJ as far as autopilot goes, so I'm going to follow my friends down, and we got I'm Hearsay. Now, I'm Hearsay is actually who got me to do this stream. He said, you know what, Quasi-Guru? Can we do LaGuardia? And I was like, well, yeah, we can do LaGuardia. I don't mind doing LaGuardia. He's like, can we do the 3-1 visual? And I was saying to myself, when can I do that? When's a good time? And then I was like, my Monday fly-alongs. My Run What You Brung Mondays. And guys, I think it's kind of funny. So, Mr. Pilot said something to him on a stream a little while ago, and I'm Hearsay generally flies the TBM. And you know what? I'm Hearsay, listen, I want to say this right now, just so you hear me, okay? I think the TBM is the most brilliant stock airplane in the entire simulator. I also think it's the most brilliant airplane with the TBM mod, as well as the G3000 mod. I will say this, it's the best turboprop in the airplane. So I will give you that, and I understand why you fly it. It's a very fun airplane to fly. There is nothing wrong with that. Don't let anyone ever tell you it's not okay to fly that TPM. I know why you're in the CJ today, because of course you know you're probably wanting to try out version 12.0 of working Title Mod as well. But the cool thing is, I'm here to say, you know, we're making this flight together here with some friends. We got Canesto, we got 14AD, we got I'm Here Say, and folks, we've got quite the channel of viewers today. Folks, I've seen us as high as I think 23 viewers today, so those of you that are new to the Quasi Guru channel, don't forget to hit that follow button. That way you can be notified before we depart. I would love you guys to join in on these flights with us on Mondays. Also, we do a whole bunch of VATSIM flights on this channel too. We generally do VATSIM flights Wednesdays and Fridays. Also, Tuesdays and Thursdays, you may see 14AD and I together, either on my channel or on his. And we are planning on doing a collab stream again. Well, a collab cockpit, probably maybe tomorrow and Thursday. One will be on my channel, one will be on his. So folks, if you're interested in some great shared cockpit action with a comedian and us just letting loose, having a good old time, come join in on 14AD's channel or my channel, folks. If you guys don't know 14AD, you need to go head over to his channel right now and you need to click that follow button. That way you can be notified before we end up departing tomorrow or Thursday. Same thing on this channel as well. If you guys like to be notified, you know, just go ahead and feel free to drop in and click that follow button. That way you're notified before we depart, folks. We are having a bunch of fun today, and it looks like today we have dropped on another 2 followers onto the channel. So welcome, friends Skydiver Rob 137 and Polynesian Pinball. I hope you guys are having fun still as we make this visual approach into LaGuardia off of I-95, and we're taking this in for runway 31 for a landing, folks. I'm excited about this flight. I don't know about you guys, but this is just kind of what I like to do. I enjoy these flights, you know, just with friends, having fun. And yeah, the working Title G3000 mod, I'm here to say, is absolute brilliant, right? I know when I first got it, I'm not gonna lie, because not very used with the Garmin systems, right? And I was just getting back into simulation after so long, but when I first got into it, I was like, oh, this looks so fake. But then I started watching some YouTube videos with the Garmin 3000, and I'm like, no, actually, this looks like the real Garmin 3000, right? Welcome back, Muses on Twitch. I'm glad to have you join in with the Quasi Guru Twitch stream today. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Oh my gosh, there we go. That's right. Dropping in the Quasi Guru Intercept emote. Folks, drop in that Quasi Guru Intercept emote right now. Drop it in, drop it in, drop it in. Muse, it's going absolutely amazing. We're flying right now down into LaGuardia. We're doing the visual approach for runway 31 off of I-95 here in Queens, New York. So we're having some fun here. We're with a group of friends. We're flying with 14AD, Canesto, I'm Hearsay, and guys, we're just having a good time. That's what this is all about, right? It's about having fun with you guys. It's about, you know, dancing. It's about just laughing. It's about, you know, having a good time with each other, because that's the whole point of it, right? So, but folks, I named the stream today, I live my life a quarter mile at a time. The rest is spent on autopilot. Guys, that's a total lie right now, because I've been flying this airplane probably for the last 100 miles or so now off of autopilot, right? I've been flying this plane. Whoa! Complete freedom! Tier 1 sub Sogan Okami giving 6 gift subs in the channel. Thank you so much, Complete Freedom. Anyone have problems with cutting off the fuel but idling the throttles? Which if I can speak, there we go. Thank you, Slayer T. Throw my hands up and shout, throw my hand up and shout, come on now. That's right. Give that love over there to Complete Freedom. Thank you so much, Complete Freedom, for dropping in that tier 1 subscription for Sogan Akami. And Sogan, so explain to me what's exactly going on, because you're saying you're having problems with cutting off fuel but idling the throttles. I'm not exactly sure what might be going on there. I do know at times, Canesto, if you're lurking, drop in that exclamation mark lurk. You know about that command, my friend. Drop in that exclamation mark lurk, everybody. If you're gonna lurk, drop an exclamation mark lurk. That way we know you're lurking. And then when you're done, you can drop an exclamation mark unlurk on the channel. There we go. Complete freedom, dropping in that high emote with the airplane, his high parachute, the complete freedom wings, and the complete freedom visual altimeter bug, as with his heart there showing on that gauge there. It's absolutely beautiful, folks. This is freaking amazing. I'm glad to have you guys in here. Also, Complete Freedom's dropping in his 1000-bit emote, his lurk emote, folks. Absolutely amazing. I got it too, because I don't know about you guys, but I really like, you know, dropping those bits over in Complete Freedom's channel and 14AD's channel and Mr. Pilot's channel and just all my friends' channels, you know, because folks, it's so fun to support each other. And, you know, even though it's not a requirement to drop bits or subscribe or, you know, even follow, guys, I just like having you guys join along for the flights. I think it's a lot of fun, and you know, to me, that's really what matters today. We got Muses on Twitch dropping in the Sim Caesar donut. Friend, I'm gonna tell you what, I would not mind a heart donut right now. That sounds really good to me. So, but folks, I really do love this community. I'm going to say this again. I think the Flight Sim community here on Twitch is probably the best community that exists in the Twitch universe, right? I mean, it's absolutely amazing that we've got all these incredible streamers, all these people that create such different types of content, right? You've got days where, you know, I'm silly and loose and giggled and, you know, just kicking back kind of like I am today, right? And then you've got those days where I'm a little bit more serious and down to earth and very focused on those charts, you know, on Wednesdays and Fridays and flying that airplane on VATSIM and paying attention to everything that's going on VATSIM. But guys, don't worry, I do pay attention to my chat a lot too, and you'll notice that when I'm flying an event, there'll be times in which I don't hear ATC because I'm more focused on you guys. And I know that might be wrong, but guys, I do it because it's part of working with you guys, because without you guys, it'd be difficult to want to keep just doing this, right? Like, I enjoy having fun streaming, but it makes it so much more fun when other people are hanging out and they're enjoying flights with us and they're just hanging out in the chat and talking, and you know, we're talking about working Title Mod, we're talking about the CRJ, we're talking about the Airbus. There we go, that's right, Muse is on Twitch engaging the autopilot there, folks. Also, we did add some new channel point redemptions. If you click anything in the red, there'll be a video overlay that'll pop up on the stream, so make sure you click those new buttons, folks, so you can spend your channel points. I know some of you on my channel probably have 10,000 plus channel points because of how long I've been streaming, and I know Canesto's probably got the most. I'm pretty sure Canesto does. Canesto's probably, you know, saving them up for something. He's probably... Oh, Muse is on Twitch, just redeemed the rollover. Here we go. Let's go ahead and validate that Panda's rollover with a CJ4 rollover, right? That's right. That's right. There we go, folks. This area is so freaking beautiful. I'm here to say this was a wonderful idea as a flight. I'm not going to lie. This was absolutely amazing. I'm so glad we're taking this approach in. So glad you guys are having fun too, because like I said, you know, I think that's the biggest thing, right? I don't want to just have fun. I want everybody else to have fun too with me. So just absolutely incredible. Also complete. I talked with my friend. They should be reaching out to you about what we were discussing last night. Guys, I'll tell you what, Complete Freedom's got a whole bunch of stuff in his head that is absolutely brilliant. It's going to bring Flight Sim to a whole nother level on Twitch. I'm telling you right now. All right, Muse on Twitch. We understand. Real life calling, that's okay. Lurking is free, but let us know when you come back. Thanks for joining in with the Quasi Guru channel. All right, folks, you know what that means. The speed tape is being broken. What do you do when the speed tape's being broken here on the Quasi Guru Twitch channel? What do you do when the speed tape's being broken on this channel? There we go. That's right, James Martin. Drop in that Quasi Guru speed tape emote. And here we go. We're going to go ahead and start to apply the brakes here. Let's get this airplane slowed down as we make this descent down into a beautiful La Guardia in New York, folks. Right over by JFK. So this is the exact location where Cactus Jack took off of, the airplane being piloted by Sully, probably one of the most recent famous aviators in history here, by saving a large flight of people on a flight that was going to be en route, I think, going to the south. So you know what, folks, it's absolutely amazing to see what spur-of-the-moment decisions can cause, right? Where we come into these positions where we realize, you know what, if we change the way we do something now, we can possibly save more people later out in the future. Okay, excellent, excellent. I'm glad to hear that, Complete Freedom. Like I said, I did tell him to reach out, and I know he was discussing it with me, and he said there's some things he's got to do to figure it out, but I'm excited to see what happens with it. I really am. Because like I said, folks, it's going to be completely revolutionary here to Twitch. It's going to be completely revolutionary to our flight sim content. And it's going to be so absolutely incredible. You know, Complete Freedom's got all these amazing ideas, folks. If you don't know about Complete Freedom, like I said, go take a look at his channel, twitch.tv/Complete Freedom. Real world student pilot on his way to get his PPL April 27th, folks. Oh my gosh, Complete Freedom gifting a tier 1 sub to Slayer T. Now giving 7 gift subs in the channel. Thank you so much, Complete Freedom. Totally appreciate that. Oh, I'm telling you, Sogan, it's going to be absolutely incredible. It's, you know, he's got some pretty amazing ideas, and I'm really excited to see what he does next. I really love to see what us Twitch streamers can come up with, right? It's really going to be incredible. It's totally okay. Exactly. I know I know Slayer. Complete Freedom is absolutely incredible. He's done so much for every single one of us, and I'm always excited when Complete Freedom's streaming. It's so much fun. Twitch enforcement too. No, sir, I am not a real pilot. However, I am going to be going back to probably flying IRL here soon. I'm going to probably work on going back to ground school soon. The last time I had a flight myself, I did a discovery flight back in 1999, but in high school I had a teacher say to me that I'd never have a family if I ever wanted to go commercial, and I took it too seriously. I shouldn't have. And it's unfortunate that I did, but here's the thing though, I will say this, I personally believe everything happens for a reason in your life, right? And with that being said, Twitch enforcement too, I may not be a real pilot, but you know, I do inspire to fly like one, and I do also inspire to want to do things like a real pilot does, right? I want to be somebody that can be that learns how to fly aircraft correctly. But here's the thing though, this is my Monday fly along, okay? So my Monday fly alongs, it's called Run What You Brung Mondays. Today the title of the stream is I live my life a quarter mile at a time. The rest is spent on autopilot. But I will be working on it very, very soon. In Complete Freedom, I totally appreciate what you're saying there too. You know, here's the thing, maybe if I get into stunt flying, Sogan, it's possible. You know, I might have to get into flying an extra 300 or something, right? And see what happens. But I'm really interested in it. I hope one of these days it'll happen. I don't know when it's going to be, okay? I don't. But here's the thing, though. I'm going to start working on it, and we're going to see how this turns out. Look at this, folks. Runway 31 coming into LaGuardia. I'm here, stays already down. Folks, if you haven't yet, do me a favor really quick. Drop an ! predict into the chat as we come in for a landing here into beautiful LaGuardia in Queens, New York. We are making the visual approach here for runway 31 via the I-95 corridor. And we'll be touching down here soon, so drop an ! predict space minus the feet per minute for the descent rate. Let's see how well we can actually get this airplane down. Let's go ahead and configure landing lights to on right now. Landing lights have come on. We've got all of our lights set. We are coming down in for a landing here. News on Twitch, dropping all of my emotes at once. Folks, we are now officially to the point of having my 5th emote slot open as well. So I want some suggestions from you guys. What do you guys want to see for the next Quasi-Guru emote? If you guys want to drop those suggestions in here, feel free. Also, you can drop them into our Discord channel, !Discord for the Quasi-Guru Discord channel, folks. And if you want to make any suggestions for what you want to see done on stream, you can drop in those suggestions there as well. We are more than happy to take your suggestions. In fact, this flight was a suggestion from I'm Hearsay today. We were going to go ahead and do this flight. I said, you know what, I'm Hearsay, let's do it. I was trying to figure out the day to do it, and I said, you know what, the perfect day is on the Run What You Brung Monday fly along. And like I said, today's flight, today's stream title is I live my life a quarter mile at a time, the rest is spent on autopilot. But guys, I've been hand flying this airplane for like the last 100 nautical miles or so, so you know, I'm just trying to fly it, have some fun, enjoy the time with the rest of you here as we make this approach here into New York. Okay, we're starting to get a little bit rocky here. Yes, we do have live weather on, and folks, drop into the METAR really quick. Exclamation mark METAR space KLGA. You're gonna see these winds. These winds are absolutely insane. Last time I was looking, we're gusting to like 30 some miles and 30 some mile an hour winds. So let's see how this turns out, folks. All right, here we go. We're currently under control of the aircraft. I'm going to go and bring this down as gentle as we can. Go ahead and drop an exclamation mark predict into the chat as well for the landing descent rate. And once again, folks, thank you for joining in with Quasi Guru Air as we complete our flight from Detroit, Wayne County, Michigan Airport, all the way over to Queens, LaGuardia in New York, folks. Once again, thanks for joining in with the Quasi Guru Twitch channel, everybody. We're going to go to idle now. And we're going to go and just float her on in. Float her on in. Keep that nose off the ground. That one might have been a little bit harder than normal. It's not terrible. 141 a minute. I'm good with that. We're going to go ahead and just apply brakes. Got my speed brakes deployed as well. All right, folks, if we were on Batsim right now, we'd be making a quick taxi call out here. So this would be LaGuardia traffic, citation 73 Hotel Papa, clear of runway 31 at Sierra LaGuardia. And then after that, we would get across these hold short bars and we would make our taxi announcement as to where we are heading. So at this point, I would also make another announcement then that we would be heading over to the terminal, right? So the terminal is directly to our left, but let's go ahead and just pull up the charts so we can see these beautiful things that exist in the CJ4 that really don't exist much else anywhere in the simulator right now, at least with the way it is set up now. So we're gonna head down to the charts page, go to lower menu, and we're gonna scroll down to the airport taxiway chart here for the destination of LaGuardia. And we're going to just select with the middle button, push to select, give it a second to load. There we go. So now we're showing the LaGuardia taxi chart here. So folks, let's say if I want to head over here to Terminal B, I would call out at this point, since we're in an unmonitored airport here, I'm going to say LaGuardia traffic, citation 73 Hotel Papa, clear runway 31 at Sierra, taxiing to terminal via Sierra Bravo Golf. LaGuardia. That's what I would say. So we're gonna do that right now. LaGuardia traffic, citations up 3 Hotel Papa, clear runway 31 at Sierra, taxiing via Sierra Bravo Golf to the terminal, LaGuardia. All right, so we made out that call out. Everything's good to go. That means we can go ahead and continue with our taxi here to the terminal. Make sure we don't have our brakes on. Everything's good to go. Slurty, once again, thank you so much for joining with the Quasi Guru Twitch stream today as we flew from Detroit over to LaGuardia. I'm glad to see more of you jumping in, my friend, and we've been missing you. I know you've been lurking. I know you've been lurking here, Slayer. I know that's what's been going on. You know, honestly, Muse, I do not do I ever play Truckers MP? So no, I do not. I don't do any trucker games. Now, here's the thing. I know this is going to sound crazy, right? So driving truck in real life, we're just going to ignore the fact that that was grass that we just pulled through. But driving truck in real life kind of changed my mind on wanting to actually play it as a game. Not going to lie, I think one day I might consider it maybe, but I think I'd have to do it as a separate Twitch channel. Because like for me at least, I want to keep the Quasi Guru channel about aviation. I want to keep the Quasi Guru channel about aviation. I mean, one of these days I may create another Twitch account specifically for truck driving, right? But here's the problem though, it's gonna have to wait a while because, you know, I'm streaming 3 times a week, 4 times a week right now, and if with all that streaming that I'm doing on my channel, could you imagine how much more time I'll dedicate to do a trucking channel and then get to affiliate and just keep working at it? I mean, it would be absolutely crazy. I mean, if I could ever take Twitch full time, I'd probably go ahead and do it, because at that point I'd probably be working at least 6 days a week, right? I mean, I'll tell you what, guys, there's a lot of planning that goes into these flights, right? And you'd be shocked, you know, when you actually start focusing on a Twitch channel, you focus on growth, you want to focus on your energy levels and keeping people hype and excited, there's a lot of planning that goes into it. So I'll tell you, it's not always easy, but I'll tell you what though, it is always fun because with you guys here in the chat, it's always enjoyable. But yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, exactly. And you know what? That's the thing, Muse. So I don't do trucking, but like I said, I may do it at some point in the future. But of course, if I do it, I want a shifter, okay? Because I know a lot of these brand new trucks that are coming on the market are automatics, okay? And believe me, I'll tell you this right now, I am not an automatic type of girl. I do not like driving automatic vehicles. My car at home is a manual even, right? So, but folks, once again, thank you guys for joining in with the Quasi-Guru Twitch channel today as we flew from Detroit, Wayne County over to LaGuardia Airport for the visual for the I-95 for runway 31 at LaGuardia. Hope everyone had a great flight today, and I hope that you come join us in on our next stream, which will be on Wednesday more than likely. There's a possibility that could potentially change because, like I said, guys, I am going to a visitation for a death of a friend of mine, so it may change. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'm going to go and give you guys a real quick rundown here. If you drop into my Discord, !Discord, you'll be able to see where I hold my announcements. That's where I also make my announcements for my events that I do every week. So our next event here should be on Wednesday. It's going to be a VATSIM event. Come join along VATSIM Atlanta to Memphis. We may do another hop if anyone is interested that day. That'll be at 2200 Zulu at 1700 Central here in the United States. And then on Friday, we're going to do a big VATSIM event, folks. There's going to be a whole bunch of people there. There's going to be Beechcraft. There's probably going to be Boeing. There's going to be a whole bunch of people. So if you're not subscribed to those channels, go take a look, go follow them, do whatever. We'd love to have you guys aboard. But Beech and Boeing both will be there. But folks, that will be on Friday. It's going to be the Spring Fling FNO, and we're going to be doing Seattle to Salt Lake City, folks. It's going to be a fun flight. I hope you all join in for that one as well. And once again, folks, if you'd like to join in on VATSIM, we will be there for that flight, and we're gonna have some fun with ATC that day, so I hope to see you guys there. Hopefully Complete Freedom might be streaming this week. If he is, take a look at joining into Complete Freedom's Freedom Friday fly-alongs. It was initially, quote, termed by Slayer T, and it's gone there ever since, so we're excited about it. We're gonna see how this turns out. But yeah, you're welcome, Kinesto. Thank you for the stream. Use it on Twitch. Absolutely. Same here. Save the manuals. Complete Freedom. Read. Okay, I will do that complete. Let me take a look here really quick. I love it. I love that idea, Complete. We'll talk about that more off stream. I'm loving that idea though. All right, 1480, no problem. I'm grateful to have you join in. I'm here to say it was an absolute blast as always, and I'm really glad when you come join us. It makes this so much more fun. Complete Freedom, thank you once again for being here, my friend. 1480, I'm here to say Complete Freedom, glad to hear that you're planning on that Freedom Friday fly-alongs, guys. Take a look at Complete Freedom. He will start that event at about 5 o'clock Central, I believe, on Friday. So that'll be about 2200 Zulu, folks. So join in. More than likely, it'll be USA East, I think, on that day. But we'll get together. We're going to fly some aircraft around and just have a bunch of fun. Once again, folks, thanks again for joining with the Quasi-Guru Twitch channel. We're going to go ahead and send somebody a quick raid and show them some love. So we got Dane Flatson. We got Live Fly Guy. We got Continuum doing Microsoft Flight Simulator. We got Sky Command online right now. We've got, let's see here real quick. We've got Meritus. Meritus is online right now, folks. Meritus, absolutely wonderful ATC streamer. I love her to death. We've also got Aviator 1996 and Ryan D 1994. I'm actually catching up to some new streamers here on Twitch and just seeing how they're doing and enjoying it. But folks, if you got a suggestion for who we go see between any of those people, let's go ahead and head over there and see them. So Melvin Leroy or Aviator 1996. I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and send Melvin Leroy a raid really quick. I have not raided him before, so I'm definitely interested in seeing what he's got to offer. Everyone, thank you again for joining with the Quasi-Guru Twitch channel. Have a good rest of your day. Remember this, at the end of the day, no matter what happens in your life, remember this, and I want you to keep this in mind. Keep this deep down inside, and this is from me to you, a deep, heartfelt thank you for being here. No matter what happens in your life, you need to remember something, that things can always get better. Things will get better. Sometimes it takes time, and I know that a lot of people, it's easy to forget that, because sometimes we might not think we're always lovable. We may not think that people want to be around us, but folks, I've learned the exact opposite from this community. The Flight Sim community here on Twitch, like I said, is one of the best communities out here. I've had so many people from this community in the last 3 weeks check up on me and see how I'm doing. So with a deep, heartfelt thank you to every single one of you. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being there for me. And everyone, let's go ahead and give Melvin Reaway a wonderful raid. If you got some quasi-guru emotes because you're a sub, feel free to drop those in. Have a great rest of your day, folks, and we'll see you in the next one.